Hello, everybody. Can you hear me all? Welcome to this evening discussion. Um, I'm sorry, I don't know. We have a new set and the thing is a bit concerning. I don't seem to have a handle of it yet. Some of the videos that I have, I can't hear them when they play, but they're not even playing. So my work this evening has been made very simple because I'm only going to be dwelling on the current news, which is first and foremost what Barrister Darlington had discussed earlier on, and maybe just touch one or two other concerning information or news that is coming across. I don't know if Show is behind the set or any other person who has a handle of what how you can bring up the audio. Please, I want your help right here. I can't even seem to hear myself, so I don't know if you're hearing me. If you're hearing me or someone who's there that can help with the audio, let me know, please. Doing my best to try. I can see myself. I can hear or see that it's beeping, but I can't hear it through my own set, so I don't think you're hearing me, or it's not going out the way we want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and play something, then we'll sort out the audio, and then we'll come back and continue this broadcast. and gentlemen and good people out there, you are welcome to the closing of this show that have been so wonderful. In fact, we've heard of Barrister Darlington for a long time. We've followed him. We've heard his opinions. I don't know any Nigerian who is out there, whether in diaspora or in the local country in Nigeria, that does not hear about Dr. Darlington. Well, maybe he soon get a PhD, who knows? And he was here with us. He had, discussed on variety of range of issues, and we'll take one after the other today. I'm not going to waste time today talking so much. I'm going to just go ahead and post the link so that we can invite you guests. So those of you who didn't have the opportunity to have been able to air your view earlier can come in and air your view and then even canvass other news. But as we go on, I want to draw your attention, just in case you've not heard, that the former president of Nigeria, General Muhammadu Buhari, has passed on at about 4:30 or thereabouts, or 4:12 today. And so that's the sad news, very sad one. So we commiserate with his family and every of his loved one, and indeed with Nigeria. As a political commentator and as a journalist, as someone who has been in the space where he has operated, I will say, may his soul find rest in his Lord. That's not to say that he has not been one of the most divisive president that Nigeria ever had. I will speak on the part of journalism. He was one of those presidents who dealt decisively and very crudely to journalists. I cannot count, my fingertips, many people who were locked up, brutalized, made to disappear on his behalf. If I go on, on a later day, I'm going to prepare a program and I'll bring some of those people who survived the regime of Buhari, who are either living in Nigeria or living outside, to come and make their own, say what they know and what they felt or what they went through under his regime. It was under his regime that nepotism, tribalism, and sectionalism became very well established in Nigeria, much more than any other Nigerian leader, except, of course, the man who is now the grand finale, Buhari, Tinubu himself. But apart from that, has he done? In fact, I want to also put it on record. It was Buhari who told the non-governmental offices in Abuja to, whatever you have to do for Nigeria, take it to the northeast. Sorry. So majority of the NGOs had to go to Borno, relocated their offices, paid for houses. That's what we knew that Boko Haram was not going to finish, because some of them paid for 10 years rent. So if you are going there to take care of Boko Haram people, take care of the injured, take care of the wounded, take care of the homeless, you'll be paying for 10 years. So when landlords receive 10 years rent and above, some of us who were watchers of Nigerian politics knew that we're in for a long haul. Having said that, also one of the things that, there are is a lot of school of thoughts. Some is that he is not the same President Buhari as Buhari we know. If you're also a political watcher, especially if you have any brush with the army, you know that the Buhari that eventually passed today was not like the General Buhari which we know, who almost took over the whole of Cameroon just with one battalion. But he became Nigerian president and was not even able to deal with a ragtag army called Boko Haram. Whatever that is, or maybe because, of course, Boko Haram chose him as their patriot, the one to speak or negotiate on their behalf with the Nigerian government. Most people don't remember that, or they quietly gloss over it, that Buhari was supported the Boko Haram cause to the point that he was the one who they asked to negotiate with Nigeria on their behalf. However, the African tradition says it's not good to speak ill of a dead man, and so we're going to keep to that tradition. Sometimes I remember a pastor of mine who once said there was a very terrible man in their community, and when he died, and there's this another man in their community who never says bad of anybody. No matter what you do, he never says bad of you. And so when this terrible man died in the community, and this man who used to say good things about anybody, he finds something good to say about you, had gone to the farm. And so everybody was waiting for him to come back. They waited and said, let us see what this man is going to say today concerning this man. At least everybody have said, confirmed that this man, there's nothing good about him. So when the guy came, the whole place was waiting. Everybody kept quiet. And he walked to where the dead man was lying. And he said to the people, oh, so this man is really dead. And he used to have very white teeth. His teeth used to be sparkling white. And the whole crowd busted out laughing because they were expecting that he would say something, since this man has nothing good to be said about him. But this gentleman found something good about him, which was he used to have a very white, sparkling teeth. So let's also remember, as we make our comment concerning Buhari's passing, that he also had a very white teeth, good white teeth, and a gap teeth for that matter. Something good about him, not everything bad. All right, having said that, I want to welcome Comrade. Comrade, you're welcome. Revolution, you're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Keji.
Ike, you're welcome. And Monday, Okpabolo, you're welcome. The man who they dread. In fact, you have come back fully prepared. You're not longer in your royal boat. Yesterday, I was just envying you that you are enjoying the waters all by yourself. Anyway, yes, Mr. Comrade, what would you say? Let's start gently, then move into where we're going. Nigerians have shown all kinds of disappointment. Some have shown disappointment, some have shown sympathy, some have gone ahead to say, well, like the French will say, they don't have anything to say about it. Circumcised, nothing spoiled, What will be your own takeaway about Buhari and his regime?
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. My greetings to my fellow panelists and our esteemed audience across the globe. It's good to be here again. Thank you, KJ, for the opportunity. Before I start, my heart goes out to the family of Buhari and Nigerians at large. No matter how you look at him, he has paid his dues. It doesn't matter whether you like him or not. This is not a Romeo and Juliet thing. To them, they have paid their dues in the military. He came back as a civilian president. I think only about 2 people have had that opportunity, in Nigeria so far, Obasanjo and himself. How they were able to utilize it to the benefit of Nigerians is a different ballgame altogether. And that should be a conversation for another day. In the military, they fought tooth and nail. To them, they were fighting to keep Nigeria united. To other people, to other school of thought, they were doing otherwise. They were creating acrimony and, actually forcing people that were not supposed to be together, against their will. The Holocaust, the Asaba massacre, everything. If you go into all that, people, will not be surprised at the mixed feelings and the mixed reactions you are getting from people. My own little way, my own opinion, they said to err is human, to forgive is divine. There's another saying that failure could be success to the extent you can learn from it. If you have failed the first time, you had another opportunity to correct your mistakes. That would have been the greatest opportunity on earth. I don't know why they keep making the same mistake, hoping for a different result. I think that is tantamount to insanity. If all these people, like OPJ and late President Buhari, they know the root of Nigerian problem. They know so much about Nigeria. They know the causes of the Nigerian Civil War, the antecedent, the immediate and remote causes of that war. They were well, they are well grounded when it comes to the poor foundation, the mistake and everything. I wonder how they were able to correct it before their demise. And I wonder how they're going to feel, for failing Nigerians, for having such opportunity to correct their mistakes, either by sheer, greed or whatever, they fail to do it. That's a big different ballgame, like I said before. But my takeaway from his death, death is an inevitable thing. We are going to pay this price somehow, someday. Nobody can run away from it. Like I said in our earlier submission, when the forefather came up, briefly for a few minutes, it's an inevitable thing. We're going to pay the price. It's a supreme price we are going to pay. The how we're going to die and where we're going to die is what we don't know. But for me, I wish this was happening in Daura. I wish it was happening somewhere in Abuja or in Lagos. I wish he could just use the opportunity he had. To bring the world-class hospital where such, could be treated, whether you're going to, if you go abroad does not mean you're not going to die. Just consider, do you know how much it costs Nigerian taxpayers now to fly this man abroad? And now I'm aware that Bola Tinubu has delegated the vice, to go accompany the dead body of Buhari back to Nigeria at the expense of Nigeria, at the expense of our Commonwealth. These are not necessary. Like I said earlier, the fall of a yellow leaf, they say, could be a signal to the green one. Tinubu is there right now, going to abroad to treat ear, to treat a common cold, to treat his shaking hand and everything. They go there, they get some doses and come back and give Nigerian the impression that nothing is wrong with them. I don't know why we're hurting. To be sick is normal. The more you grow, it's like the mileage on your car. The more you drive your car, the more mileage you add to it. That's the nature of our human, the chemistry of our, the human body. You can't hide it. If you are sick, you are sick. Joe Biden was just diagnosed of, a prostate problem recently. They don't hide it. But in Africa, we think we're going to hide it forever. There's a limit to which you can hide our sicknesses and other. The ultimate price has finally come. No hospital, nothing. I wish we can just say, if we have a reliable and a responsible legislative arm to make the law, to make it, a crime to go to abroad for medical tourism. Make it a crime. Make it a crime to send your children, if you are a public office holder, sending your children abroad to school, should be a crime. It should not be tolerated. And you will begin to see our institutions, rebranded, at a supersonic rate. You will be surprised at the 360 degree that will, a possible change we will witness in our high institutions and our health sector. If you forbid them from going abroad to treat their ailments, they will have no option than to make our health institutions work like the one they go to abroad to, to enjoy. So, no matter how you look at Buhari, so people will look at him, like I said earlier, with mixed feelings. But in all, he was a Nigerian. To them, they have paid their dues. It might not be to, our expectation, but by and large, he has come and they finally has paid the ultimate price. And for those that are still saying that we should investigate if the one Buhari died before, another Sudan is dying today. Oh, one Buhari died before, another Sudan is dying today. I think this is should be a final end to that. If you understand how the international politics works, you can hide certain things. Not even in a lot. They won't be into such a conspiracy with you when it comes to diplomatic cycles. He wasn't dead before; he just died now. So this should put an end to that conspiracy. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Except for me, as a journalist, there are many things that are hidden in secrecy. For instance, we don't know the name of the hospital that he died. We don't know when he left Nigeria. No media person, no one media man in Nigeria caught when they were taking him out of Nigeria. Not one. No one person, no one picture. Well, that is a mystery to me. Having worked in that space for a long time, I know that you cannot escape such a thing without being captured. That's one. Two, but see, these are just my opinion. I mean, okay. Now, two, Bishop Oyedepo 6 years ago, more than 6 years ago, said the same thing. And he say he has his facts, and he challenge anybody to come and challenge him, but nobody went. At least not that I know. However, let us move on. We'll come back to that question before we move on. Revolution now. Do you think we should have a revolution in building of hospitals so that when people are sick, they don't have to travel out? Because right now, we don't even have a record of where the man finally took his last breath, who is in charge, who are taking care of him, Just like Comrade alluded, it was costing Nigeria, according to Shore, £3,000 every day. Every blessed day that he was in that hospital long time ago. That's about the time he was being treated. So if we can afford to pay that much for one individual, it's not wise that to bring that money and build a hospital in Nigeria that all of us can equally benefit from.
Yeah, thank you, KJ, and good evening again to brothers. Respect to everybody. You see, when you ask me such a thing, I don't know whether to cry or to laugh or to I don't know how to answer that question. You see, let me first of all start from one point. My brother Comrade was saying that when somebody die, we forget about it. Make we just, you know what I mean? They don't speak evil to the dead. This is the problem of Nigeria. Do you understand me? Nigeria, and until Bob Marley sing one song, he say until so thing war. Until so thing war. Nigerians go see wetin they kill us. We go come. I know sir, so we don't gather again. They talk about the thing where they kill us. You go talk your own. I go talk my own. Me where they complain, I go talk. I go run away small time. I go say no, make I go talk again. We know the problem where they worry Nigeria. When we come, we saw make we attack them and solve it. We no go attack them. When the people will kill us, do you know how many people that motherfucker kill for Nigeria? He can't die now. Somebody can't say make we go, make he rest in peace. I dey use myself an example. If I live a dirty life, punish people, make people, kill people, the day where I go die, make nobody even pray for me. Make them just carry me, give dog, make them eat my body. I prefer it that way. This our Nigeria be good, but no be so. Now so, like that our brother will come today, come embarrass himself. We just take style, respect our doctor damages. We just calm down, make you know say we disrespect our visitor. We almost of us just calm down. So we manage talk. That one don't die you. This revolution where they say hospital. Tell me how many years. I think you know say there was a time we get chance to repair Nigeria, KJ. You person will know this thing. The time where Idiagbon and that motherfucker come to power. Idiagbon come back and put for corner and say, bros, we go repair this country. I get some aunties where they chop chingum that time. They say even to chop chingum and throw away for road, fear no allow them do them. Now Buhari destroy Nigeria. Far back, the time when we first get somebody like P2B and Showore them, say we have to repair this country, war against indiscipline. That far back. Now this Buhari way just died. Now spoil them. They allow the Bobo to go for Hajj. He just telling guys, make una come, me I go sit aside. Then just do, how do they call that thing where they say na palace school? They just put them for one side, give them their own share. Now so that's war against indiscipline today die. And now they tell reward them, where he come back on rule us. So where he die now, people they say make person go wish him good luck. I don't want, in fact, I don't even they remember that guy, whether I die, whether I die alive, I don't care. They don't care for the poor. Revolution make them come build hospital. Nigeria, if you get money, hospital there for Nigeria, for the rich. As far as money there your hand for Nigeria, if you sick, hospital there, you pay. The one where no one stay here like this, our big men, they travel abroad. 3,000 pounds a night for person where no contribute any good thing for Nigeria. This revolution, what they call again, we not want even they stress them again. If they like, make them do revolution. Me, I'd already do revolution of myself to get out of that country. And I'm happy where I am. I've done my own revolution. If they like, make them stay there. They complain every time. Look at barrister, educated people like my brother Ike was saying. The people where we think say they go, they talk through. Say they go school. They go come here, they disgrace themselves. Say make Obi of the darling boy. That's why as far as I see they blame and say, you know, tell us to fight the time where they cheat us. Despite that fact. But as far as today is concerned, Obi is one of the only leader we will get for Nigeria where the whole Nigeria still they raising hand up, say now you want. Now in somebody where go school, barrister, tell us, say make we say you know Nigeria more than us. Say because we there for diaspora. What do we know? Are we here? We go just they talk. This group of the barristers and co, they are the trouble of Nigeria. They be the old middle class where Tinubu don't tight their neck. They no see food chop again. Their own be say, make them just remove that man, make chopping start. No be say make Nigeria better. Now make them remove Tinubu, make them begin to eat our money. Me, I don't want to talk too much because I did very angry. I was managing to suppress my anger where I see that man today. So that we go give the platform that respect, say our guests come, make you no go, make you talk, say the people were very nasty to him. But for me, Buhari's death, you know, see what now they drink?
I see you, yeah.
And they celebrate them.
All right. Thank you so much, Revolution. I appreciate your contribution. And also, you know, this is have your say. So you can say, just like Fofana said yesterday, you can say what you want to say. It's only when it becomes too much that we'll push back a little bit. But it's have your say, it's your opinion, and everybody is entitled. It's a United Nations right given to everybody. You can have your say, you have your opinion. Mr. Ike, thank you, sir, for coming on. And my question to you will be, why is it so difficult for African leaders to tell their people when they are sick? And you know, there's one of the generals of Uganda, whose video have been trending for some weeks now. The man is 90-something, and he's still campaigning, and he's having some form of Parkinson's disease or thereabout, something close to that, maybe even worse than that. Okay, but he's still contesting. Paul Biya is still contesting. You know, our own ancestor, Tinubu, is still in the business. Why is it so difficult for our leaders to know when sick, to let people who are, you know, Africa is a young population. Why don't they allow younger people like the Tony to take over so that we can have something better?
Thank you, KJ. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. We are here again. Unfortunately, my brother, Revolution, you see that when we close our eyes in death, we don't know if dog eat our body or they throw it to the lion. So even though they throw it to the lion, you don't have life anymore. You don't know what. So whether they bury anybody with gold casket or they bury somebody with whatever, it is still the same death, and at the end of the day, it is dust to dust. The bone, the flesh will rotten away, and the bones will be there. The bones will be broken, and at the end of the day, it is what it is. So, like I spoke before, you know, the death of our former president. What the message I want to use it to send to not only our leaders, but to us that are here on this platform, every one of us, for us to remember that no matter how strong, no matter how powerful you are, there is something that is bigger than you that you don't know. And there is something that you cannot say the day is going to happen. And whenever it happens, you cannot resist it. So let us see ourselves in this world, that we are all visitors in this world. And someday we shall all leave. And whatever we have acquired, whatever we are fighting for, whatever they think, all the knowledge, all the certificate, all the degrees that we have acquired in the universities, and all the books that we have written, everything will go. The people that are living, they can decide to burn the whole books. You don't have power to say, why do you have to burn all the books that I wrote? They can decide to, the same day they are burying you, they remove all your degrees and your certificates and set them ablaze. You do not have the power to question, why do you have to do that? Your children that you might have left your way, they can decide that day after your burial, they will fight and kill themselves over it. And that is it. You don't have any power to say anything anymore. So what a message I'm trying to say, it is a food that is prepared for each and every one of us that we are going to eat. And that's why we should always remember that there is something bigger than each and every one of us. It doesn't matter what you believe in. And that thing is, one day I will close my eyes and I will be no more. Even in this platform, when people are talking about my story, nobody will have, even my family, my children will be listening the story, but they wouldn't know, they wouldn't know, they can't tell me tomorrow to tell me, Dad, listen, I was in your platform and they were talking about your story. So you see, my brother, it is vanity, all is about vanity, So for those African leaders, KJ was asking me, why are they still there? Even the ones that used to pee in their trousers, the president of Southern Sudan and the one of Cameroon, they are there, right? The question shouldn't be the people who are still there as president. The question should be the people that they claim that they are ruling. That question should go to them. Because since as a young man, growing up, I've only heard about Paul Biya of Cameroon. And up to today, at my age, I'm still hearing Paul Biya of Cameroon. So that question should be for the people of Cameroon. So if he goes to the people of Southern Sudan, so does he go to people like the people in Nigeria? That question should be ours. Because if we decide that it is our great-grandfathers that should be ruling us, that's the decision we have made. So we are responsible for every decision we have made. And we are responsible for every decision we shall make. Right? So it's upon us, all of us that are in this platform, to join hands together and say enough is enough. That all these people who are supposed to be they're supposed to be staying at home, and we give them some people to look after them, that it is time that they stop ruling us. It's our decision, it's our making. So I just believe that I know how frustrated a lot of us is, like my brother Revolution. But the point remains that death is inevitable. I don't know where I'm going to die. I don't know how it's going to happen. And whenever it happens, the only thing that I always want to do is to try to remember that in everything that I do, that I should remember that a day shall come that I will answer the call. So that gives me pause. When I want to do certain things, I remember that even the life that I have that day that I want to do that thing was not, I didn't get it free. Because if God decides to seize the air that I breathe, who is Brother Ike? So this is only my advice to those sit-tight leaders who think that, they want to die there. And KJ, finally, before I allow my brothers to say, one of the reasons why they don't want to go is there because they are afraid, because legitimately they never win any election. They know how they come in. And because of that fear, and those people who cover those their sicknesses, they are the people that engineer them to be what they are. So they have to protect the lies that they have sold to the population. So that's why you see that even though they are hiding their sicknesses, but when other countries of the world, developed countries around the world, when their president or prime minister is sick, it's made public to everybody to know that the president or the prime minister is sick. So my brother, whatever I say about what this man, the former president did, is he going to change anything? No. Is he going to bring anything back? Did he have a record somewhere like my comrade was saying? Did he have the opportunity even at the last minute where we don't know where he died? Did he ever, maybe somebody will bring out a record or a video to say that he said he's sorry for those who felt that he has offended? Maybe we don't know yet until as time goes on. Maybe probably if something like that happened, maybe at the last minute in the hospital, then maybe Nigeria will begin to heal from there. So, but if nothing like that happens, well, those that has bear the brunt of his leadership should heal themselves by the fact that they are still living to tell the story. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, Jaden, right?
Jaden.
It's good to see you. Where have you been? You have been missing in action.
I've been around, a lot of things have been going on, so I decided to.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Good to see you guys. CM Punk, and I'm on your face with that, even if I'm not seeing it, but I see a shadow that looks like yours. How are you? Hello.
Great, sir.
Please, thank you very much, and nice to meet you guys again after more than a year now. For the first time, let me say that our African culture that said they shouldn't talk ill about the dead. For me, I'm going to trample upon that culture, and that culture is one of those things about Africa that we should expunge among us. Because you can't expect somebody like Tinubu. Now, if Tinubu died tomorrow, and then that culture will say people shouldn't say anything about a criminal who have brought Nigeria to his casket, who have buried Nigeria. Buhari came and killed Nigeria. Tinubu is now burying Nigeria. So if Tinubu died now, that culture, useless culture, said nobody should talk ill about a dead man. Are you kidding me? Now, even if I see many of us still don't believe that this person they said that died was the actual Buhari, but let's assume he's the actual Buhari. For me as an individual, the world is going to be better without such a criminal, such a grand patron of terrorism in Nigeria, such a man that have covered the many streets and towns in Nigeria with bloods of innocent people, especially in the East, okay? Together with the hopeless Uzodinja and many other criminal Igbo governors who have killed many Igbo youths. And up to today, many parents are still crying, many of their children missing as a result of this criminal that they said have died today. And somebody will say, do not talk ill about dead man. Are you kidding me? In fact, Nigeria is supposed to be celebrating that a criminal, a grand patron of terrorism in Nigeria have died. At least one of them have died. It's like when that midget called, that Kaduna midget, Rufai, should die now, and people say, oh, don't talk ill about the criminal. Rufai and Babangida imported the people that are killing Nigeria today with some other governors and northern governors and politicians. The people that are killing Nigeria today, this Boko Haram and all the people that are killing Nigeria, they said it, it's not me. Rufai said it himself. How they imported this in because they were, in order to prepare for Jonathan. If Jonathan didn't leave, then they can unleash mayhem in Nigeria. And this criminal said it, if Jonathan did not leave, that Nigeria would be, I don't know if anybody can remember that statement he made, that the babu and this thing will be something.
We'll be soaked in blood.
Will be soaked in blood.
The baboon and the monkey will soak in blood. They will make Nigeria ungovernable for him.
Ungovernable for if Jonathan didn't leave. And such a criminal that look at a section of Nigeria that's supposed to be one country and look at it and say they are a dot in the circle that is going to deal with them. They should go and ask their fathers, their parents, what happened in Nigerian Civil War. That is going to deal with them. Is going to wipe them off. And in time in order to speak about that individual, which kind of useless culture is that? Now, who have wiped himself? Who have wiped himself? I know he has killed many Igbo youths, many Igbos, but now I thought himself is going to live forever. He's not going to live forever. Both him and his family will perish in hell for what they did to the Igbos. Both what himself did during the Biafran War and what he did also while he was the president with the collaboration of Hopeless Uzodinjo, that criminal still in Imo State. The entire generation will pay for it. As long as our people are still being killed up to today, to the extent that they have modeled the truth and make it look as if the Igbos are killing the Igbos in the East. That useless Soludo nonsense came to US recently to come and spew a lie, the greatest lie a governor, a government official in my lifetime can speak. So nonsense, Soludo nonsense came to America and tell them that the 99.99% of the death and criminal activity happening in Igbo land are all Igbos. Are you kidding me? All of us, there's nobody here I can see that have never seen video, either one or two videos of the mayhem that the Hausa terrorist organization, Buhari, this criminal that have died now, have not seen those videos that they go into people's farm, harvest their crops and be feeding their animals, their cows, and they're killing people, the owners of the farm, whenever they talk. The terrorism they have met in Igbo land. Nobody can tell me here on this platform you have never seen such videos in Igbo land and many other parts of southern areas. And then the criminal like Soludo, an educated man, will come and spew that lie in America. Hey, and nobody could challenge him in that forum. And that man is going to get away with that lies, so that anybody campaigning, any criminal government, politician that is campaigning from the north now, it has become a template. When they go to campaign now, the next thing they will be saying now is that, sorry, I'm digressing a lot, but it's still part of the whole thing. The next thing they're going to say is that after all, a governor in the East said that the criminal activity happening in the East is by Igbos, not the Hausa Fulanis. Nobody should, that this is said by a governor in the East. Somebody like Atiku, if Atiku is campaigning now, that's what he's going to say. And he's going to make reference to Soludo, to what that criminal Soludo made. In fact, Anambra State, if they vote this man again, I know anyway, Nigeria, the more criminally you are, the more criminally people will rally around you. It's a criminal enterprise. Nigeria is just a crime scene. It's a country that I don't even know why I came from that country. Because the way people condone evil in Nigeria, it baffles me. A criminal like Buhari now died. Somebody will say, that man, the evil he has done, both his generation and generation to come, all his children and children will suffer pain from the pain they are afflicted in Nigeria. Many people are suffering today. Even many of us in the diaspora are suffering because of the pain that man has afflicted in Nigeria, because of the activities. The other day I was traveling home. I just came back from home. Do you know, for the first time in my life, of all the journeys I've traveled and many countries I've gone to, the first time I will have to be sniffed while I was going to board an aeroplane get into my flight in what is this state in Delta Airline in what is what is Delta? I don't know the state, and one of the states where we took off from that state to Nigeria. I've forgotten the state. We were being sniffed by dog. I asked the question, is this the first time after taking our photograph? Okay, imagine at the security post, they took all our photograph, the security entrance. And then while we were checking the boarding, they still took our photograph.
Was it Georgia?
Georgia, Atlanta, sorry, yes, my brother. As we were trying to get into our airplane, there were two officers with two security dogs. Everybody. I said, is this this brother is the first time I'm seeing it. I don't know if anybody have had that experience. I said, is it the normal thing now? Because for the past 3 years, I've never been able to go home. Is it the normal thing now? They say, no, it's only peculiar to Nigeria. I said, Jesus Christ. I said, wow. I said, no wonder, because we have a governor, we have a president in Aso Rock who is allegedly actively selling drugs. So why wouldn't they think that anybody coming from Nigeria might be his agent? Why wouldn't they sniff us to see if we have drugs we're going to sell? This is what those leaders have subjected us to, that you'll be sniffed with dog as you are getting into the plane. After you have passed security checkpoint with all the guys and all the machine that scans you, you will still be sniffed while you are trying to get into your flight. And you tell me that those leaders will die well. Baba. Well,
all right.
No.
Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you. And welcome back to the platform. We're just keeping it for you now that you have come back. Please do come all the time.
Thank you, my brother.
Mr. Tony. Yes, Mr. Tony. What would
Mr.
your
Jude,
take?
good to see you, sir.
I can see CM, I can see Kene. You guys are welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Mr.
Today
KJ.
is a solemn day. We have just been very, because Buhari has gone. So
today's a happy day.
He
he has a great plan for us.
Happy day.
Joyous day, actually. Joyful day.
Tony, what's your take? Because I have a video here of some a street voice pop done by somebody at one of the television stations and what Nigerians are saying. But what are you saying yourself? And what are you going to say, Mr. Tony?
Good evening, my brother KJ, Comrade Omoruyi. Good evening. Revolution now, my brother. Good evening, Pastor Ike. Judine. Good evening. Onodugo, Doctor. I salute. Ekene, I greet you. Well done. Nice to see you. Well, whether we like it or not, when a family is bereaved, you say no. Whether the person, that's the first thing you say. Whether the person is a thief or a good person or not, we still have to give our condolences to the family and to Nigeria before we begin to say other things. Yeah, but let me briefly comment about what Judine said. In 2020 or 2021, in the day that we had the January 6th invasion of the Capitol, that was when Donald Trump was president his first time. I was at Atlanta watching the video, of the people who invaded the Capitol. We were at Atlanta airport trying to board to Nigeria. And the flight was supposed to take off around 5:30 p.m. to Nigeria. And so we're all there, we've checked in, we've done, we're just waiting. And then they kept moving the departure time from 5:30 to about 6, from 6 to 6:30 p.m. and from 6:30 p.m. to about 7. So and we're all just waiting. All the other airlines, all the other passengers flying to some other places where their flights were going. And then I received a text on my phone that the flight has been canceled. Meanwhile, they have not announced to Nigerians who are waiting. There was no news, just from the display. We're just saying, oh, the flight has been shifted, departure and so on. So I stood up and I went to the person at the counter. I said, is this flight going to leave today? They said, oh, yes. I said, but I have received a text from Delta. Now this flight has been canceled. They said, oh, no. Suddenly we saw, like Judine just said, we saw some, police people, they came around with sniffer dogs to our boarding area. And they stayed for a while. I was just observing. What are these people intending to do, to sniff us, Nigerians? And there was no other place where this was happening, at least from what I can see. And then eventually they left. And then let me just cut a long story short. We now heard later that the flight has been cancelled after they had told me that the flight will go. The flight has been cancelled. No, the flight was delayed because they cannot find a pilot to fly the plane to Nigeria. This was something I booked about 6 months prior. They cannot find a pilot to fly our plane to Nigeria. So we should keep on waiting. That's why they were shifting the departure. And then eventually Nigerians just rose up. I just stirred up one or two people. I said, listen, we can't sit down here. People are flying. What kind of nonsense is this? No, they are not telling us anything. And so we started making trouble. When we now started making trouble, then the official now came, maybe someone senior now came and started appeasing to us. They are sorry, they brought food, they were giving us food, and then they eventually said, oh, the flight has been cancelled. And if you are coming from out of state, then they book us in a hotel. But if you are coming from within Atlanta, you can go back and come back the next day by 12. And I just shook my head. This can only happen to us Nigerians. Yeah. They treat us with disdain. They treat us with disdain. And that's very sad. But it is because of the way our leaders, what they see in our leaders. I mean, look at the people who went to go, 5 African leaders who went for a meeting with Trump. And look at what Trump was saying to them. That's the president of a country. He doesn't know that Liberia, which is associated with America in terms of settlement, doesn't even know that they speak English. And he was asking, you speak so good English. Which school did you attend? And that one was answering himself, Liberian president. And it was so embarrassing that all the other people, they couldn't speak as well. Can you imagine that kind of thing? And these are heads of states. So that's the picture, because the way we treat our people, the way the way they see us, that's what internationally, that's what we see. They treat you as you're a president of a country and you're answering another president, sir, like you're a houseboy. It's sad, but just let me go to the issue that we have. You see, when IBB was military head of state, that's many years ago, he was always going to France for his problem, radiculopathy, And then we came to Yaradua. Yaradua died abroad. He was sick and he went to hospital abroad. They couldn't treat him here. Dr. Wyas died abroad. Now, I even hear that there's a former military head of state who is also abroad receiving treatment. Buhari? Yes. Buhari, when he was president, of course, was going front and back abroad for treatment to the UK, and he died there. So when you look at, even for small things like cold and headache, even up till now, how many years ago, if you take it from IBB, our leaders are still going abroad for treatment. And I'm wondering, is it rocket science to just do one hospital? The Abuja hospital is there. Is it all this money that they're wasting that we hear, like the one they wasted in NNPC and all that, and all the monies, billions that they're wasting? Is it too much? Or that Wike is wasting on doing whatever he's doing? Or the Trans-African, the Trans-Coastal highway? Is it not, wouldn't it be more beneficial to do 1 or 2 hospitals, so that the amount of money that we spend having our president go abroad and all the entourage that will follow him and all the fees and helping the economy of other countries, if we had invested, if we had started to say, okay, let us do a 15-year project, let us take 2 or 3 hospitals or 1 hospital here in one geographical zone, and then we can invest and fix it, and make it top shape. the amount of money we will save, even in terms of forex and extra codes and tourism, medical tourism and so on and so forth, and the benefit that would accrue from having hospital. Many years ago, people used to come to Nigerian hospitals from Dubai and so on to come and UCH and so on, UNTH and so on and so on to come and take treatment. So, what is it? Rocket science? Is it rocket science with all the people that we have, educated people that we have, home and abroad? Is it rocket science to have at least one hospital fixed that can treat our leaders? It's an embarrassment to hear this kind of a thing happening on, and nobody, maybe apart from Obasanjo, who tried to fix loot, because I know at the time to fix loot.
Okay,
and then immediately after he left, I understand that they brought in some equipment. Immediately after he left, they removed the equipment. The things, after it was commissioned, everything disappeared.
In fact,
so this is a country.
I can tell for free that all the equipment that was installed during Abacha's time on that Miriam Abacha's hospital, National Hospital, majority of them are not even working now. So
you see, so it's sad. Let me just end. Let me just correct something that KJ you said. You were speaking of General Moses Ali, who is the second deputy prime minister in Uganda. He's 86 years old, not 90. And then he wants to run for an office. He wants to run for an office, that will take, I think, about 5 years. Then if you add 86 to 5, he will be 91. And if you look at him, he can barely walk. He's being supported through
a video of him falling down.
Yes. So isn't there something wrong with us? Is there not something wrong?
Fundamental wrong, with our society, because you can see normal people who are healthier, who are normal, younger, are the ones praising him and singing his song while he's jittering up and down. It's most unfortunate. Thank you so much. Let's
thank you. Okay.
We still have so much to cover. Siam, I don't know if you followed the discussion I had earlier, and what would be your take on Barrister Darlington's opinion on all that's going on in the Nigerian space?
Anyway, KJ, good evening. Good evening, everybody from my base here. You see, anyway, first of all, thank God that Ike Alamefle spoke today. Ike, you made my day. Amụta nwoke nyaburu nwoke. You made my day. You see, we Ndi Igbo, we have a peculiar problem. And it's not going to go away, but thank Ike, you addressed it. I've lived in England for quite a while now. The Englishman, I've learned a lot from the English people and know why they colonized the world. They don't debate. I mean, they don't argue. They will only ask you, after you must have said, they will ask you one question, say, where do we go from here? Or where does this leave us? I listened to Barrister Darlington make all manner of conjecture. This or that, this or that. Where do we go? We are talking of Obi as a breath of fresh air. Let us, 60 years after independence, no electricity. Let us be able to get out. And somebody is trying to tell you this is the way to do it. There must be a money bag. What is making this? There must be a money bag behind you. You go to convention, you buy, you pay. Last time they paid $30,000 per delegate. This time might be $55,000. We must do it that way. And look at where we are. Before Tinubu's time, people were saying strategy. Tinubu built Lagos strategy. Now, where are we? Where are we? Because in anything you are doing, if the outcome did not justify all the effort. It's a waste of time. Nobody can buy that. We still want to play the old politics. You must do this, you buy this, which money back. Look at the way, when I heard the man talk, and he talks with so much absolutism, so much absolute. Thank God that I challenged him. He was just saying, hey, as if he has, that is whatever his prediction is what it should be. At a time, he was even saying, why did you people come and protest? I talked, why didn't he protest? The way to do it is that you urge Igbo to come out and protest. They did it. You go and do one protest and film it and show, say, look, nobody to support me. But you sit in one studio and be blaming. You talk. In fact, I'm so more. I've never been proud, much more proud than for you than today. You made my day. I'm really happy God created you. You told him exactly. You gave him a commensurate answer. Why are we like this? If they like, Obi can chicken out and Tinubu continues for the next 16 years, what will a bag of rice be in 2 years' time? Even those people, you see, if journalists like this barrister, he says, I think he's a journalist, but he read law. He should have gone to Ragbiji, where Tinubu came from, and asked them, are you happier with your son in charge? Where has Atiku won election in Nigeria? Where has Atiku won election in Nigeria? In fact, when they were saying all these things, I was so bitter, I was so boiling. But when I spoke, I said, no need coming in. You see, Nigeria, we should be able to ask ourselves, what really do we want? It's not a case of every 4 years we do one type of hallelujah. What really do Nigerians want? They must ask that question. If we want things to remain like this, fine and good. Then let everybody go home. Then every time you bring a good candidate and somebody will say, hey, do you think Obi is a billionaire? Not in naira, in dollar. But Obi can never bring out $1 to give a delegate to vote for him. Rather, he will go to a school of nursing, whether in Benue State or Anambra or maybe in Ogun State or Edo State, anywhere. He will go and donate it there because he felt that primary health care service in Nigeria need at least 1 or 2 or 3 nurses at the grassroots. Obi can buy delegate and rigmarole and then get in. But Obi tell you, I never participate in what I want to change. Rather, let him go. And somebody is trying to tell me Atiku strategy. Obi should do this. Obi should go and be Vice President Atiku. Let's put Atiku in Nigeria. If you are looking for a job, you advertise and you get your candidates. No matter what they do after screening everything, you interview them, you feel that you need a reference. Atiku will tell you, I've worked with Obasanjo, your former employer, or you get a reference. Look at what Obasanjo put down in writing in a book about Atiku. Till today, Atiku has never debunked it. Atiku has never published any book to debunk that. And this is not a book like handout they sell in university, in which you can't find in any bookshop in the world. This is a book with ISBN, International Standard Book Number, unique to it all over the world. Obasanjo wrote it down, what Atiku did. Till today. Anyway, let me reveal one secret, if I thought it's a secret. As long as Obasanjo is alive, Atiku can never be president of Nigeria. He can try 1 million times. I'm telling you, Atiku can never be president of Nigeria. He can never. So far, Obasanjo is alive. Atiku can never be president. It's written. Nobody is God, but you have to wait. He can continue trying to. Buhari died today. Maybe if Obasanjo died, who knows? But as long as Obasanjo is alive, Atiku can never be president. If he like, let him run with an angel. So it pains me that somebody will just be coming and then be promote. Atiku is a expired drug. By the way, if Atiku is Panadol and they prescribe it for you for headache, you go take them. If Atiku na Panadol, you go hospital after seeing the doctor, then he gave you a prescription. So go down to the pharmacy, they will give you the prescription only for them to give you Atiku. Say that is the Panadol. Will you in honesty take Atiku? What are we talking about? Ordinarily, these people should get out. Atiku can never score any vote. Forget about all these things that are making all these things of Atiku winning. He can't win anywhere. He's not going anywhere. What we should be talking about is how to shame them and will let them get out so that a new Nigeria will start. Obi said 4 years should be okay for him to set a template and go away. Then another person will come and take over so that things will move, and not to go there and stay 8 years for doing what? And somebody will come in here telling me how Atiku, since how many years? By the way, is Atiku a Democrat? Is it not Atiku that disgraced Jonathan and said Jonathan must step down for him? That after all, Jonathan is doing the turn of the North. That Yaradua, he has completed Yaradua's tenure. He should step down 2011. Then he left to go and support Buhari in 2015. That power must go to the North for 8 years. Now that power came down to the South, he wants to come and participate in it. I mean, the way some people even it pains me that the man was talking that way, but thank God for what I told him. There is no look. Peter Obi said it's better he will do the right thing and lose and go home than to indulge in all this type of fraud. We can't continue like this now. We can't continue. It's a big shame.
CM, calm down. You see, this program is have your say. In other words, all of us here are entitled to our opinion. You may not agree with the individual. In this case, Barrister Darlington was our guest, and we have invited him to come and have his say. So let's not quarrel too much what he has said. If we have a contrary opinion, let's just say it, because that is also our own say. And one good thing about him is that he does not go into insisting that what he has said must be the right thing. And nobody can actually do that, because only God can say something that will be absolutely correct. And I see some people here, making comments on the comment section. Comment section are well done. However, if you have a contrary opinion that what you are saying is not correct, you are free. I will send the link again. Come in and then you tell us the correct thing that we're not saying correctly. But to sit and just throw jabs sometimes not very interesting. Okay. Having said that, see, I'll come back to you because I have a lot to cover. Ken,
yes, sir. Welcome. Thank you, Mr. KJ.
Have your say.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. And my brother from Edo State, Mr. Omori, my big brother, I greet you, sir. Hope your presidential candidate is doing well from his hotel room. Now, this is it. The guest, my reaction on today's guest is that I wasn't around. He said so many things before I joined. I actually immediately joined, and Dr. Damage's, it was my turn to talk. So I must have missed a lot, especially things that I might not be pleased with, of which I've seen the reaction from my big brother, Pansat, Oga Ike, and Onodu Guadiebama. But this is it. I love this man, the guest, because of his enthusiasm, because of his fearless or boldness to discuss some issues that some of us here might not be able to say, But this man has been on their neck, holding them down every day, speaking the truth. Yes, we are not perfect. Nobody is 100% perfect. Sometimes he may say things that you might not like, but that doesn't mean that we should just trash him out completely. Just as I would not trash Sowore out completely, because I know that Sowore is a nuisance, but there are some things that he does that I like.
Hey, don't come here and call anybody a nuisance. Are you better? Hey, don't come and spoil our day here, man.
Hold on, let me finish.
Who do you think you are?
No interjection, please.
No, don't insult anybody. Don't come and spoil our day here. You do this every time, and I keep you quiet.
I'm just starting, please.
Who are you to talk to Sowore nuisance? Do you know how much price Sowore has paid for your speaking? Stop this nonsense.
Like I said earlier, there are some things he does that I like. But
don't throw jabs at comrade.
Okay, I shouldn't say that Sowore is a nuisance the way I view him. Okay,
No,
Showore
you
is a
can.
liar, is a blackmailer. Are we okay with
But
that?
can I?
Do you
I beg, I
understand?
respect you, sir, but make
Okay,
you
okay,
take
let
this.
me move forward.
He does this
Okay now.
Okay,
stupid
let
thing
me
every
move
time. You
forward
think
now.
you are sharp. You think you are
Okay,
smart.
hold on, let me move forward.
You are
Now, the
finished
thing
of
is,
ideas. You are nothing upstairs. I look at you every time.
in coalition, right? When it comes to
Hold on.
coalition,
Let's calm
coalition
down.
is entirely different from merger, right? In merger, obviously you'll be looking up for primary elections, but in coalition, I've never had any coalition that there was primary election, unless in Nigeria where we do things in a reverse gear, right? There's when you have primaries in coalition. So whoever that is talking about coalition in primaries should go and check what primaries in coalition should go and check what coalition is. Now, moving forward, the flav that we have in Anambra State, I know some people would not like what I'm saying right now, but I don't care. Should learn to accept some criticism. The flav that we have in Anambra State today that call himself a governor is a careless talker, right? He's educated in classroom, but his mental strength is shaky, right? These guys say things without thinking deeply, critically, what this thing utterances will result to tomorrow, how people will view it tomorrow. Now, we had UAE handed over Boko Haram terrorist sponsors to Buhari. Till
Yes.
today, nobody has heard anything about these people.
True.
Soludo did not discuss that, did not tell the world what happened. Now, we've had a lot of Fulani terrorists, herdsmen terrorists in the southeast, and especially in Anambra State, buying people. A lot of them were arrested by the vigilantes. And you know the order of arrest in that setting. When the vigilante make an arrest, they will hand them over to the police, right? Now we've had a lot, which I have 2 videos of them right now. Now, Soludo did not discuss about that because he actually told you in that video that from the arrest they choose to make selective arrests, that 99.9% of the arrests are all Igbos. So his attack is only against the Igbo, right? Not about terrorism or kidnapping in the Igbo land. Because we were talking about terrorism, kidnapping in Igbo land, I will bet you that more than 60% of this are coming from Boko Haram terrorists and those working for Asari Dokubo, right? Now, he did not see all these things. All he says, okay, like one that I just watched yesterday or day before yesterday, this guy was arrested. He was in a gang of kidnappers. So he was arrested. Actually, this guy is from Kogi State, but he speaks Igbo fluently like Anambra guy. But he's from Kogi State. He has never lived in Anambra. He lived in Ibaji, Kogi State. And he is speaking Igbo fluently. He was arrested. So Ludo is a disappointment not only for Ndibo, not only for Anambra people, but for Igbos generally. And maybe they've promised him to make him the president of the country, just as they promised others.
Vice
so
president.
now, he's desperately trying to appease his masters so that they will make him president. He's desperately trying to match P2B's success in Anambra State, which he will never. Look at the kind of death trap that he built in Onitsha and call them roads, that whenever it rains, rain will just wash away everything. So this guy is a 419. I'm talking about Soludo because he used Nnamdi Kanu's predicament that time to brainwash a lot of Anambra people that they thought he was speaking for Ndibo. He was speaking for Nnamdi Kanu. And that was how he came into office. But God will punish him this time around, that he will not smell that office again. Those content creators, those useless content creators in Anambra State that he bought and paid them to sing his praises, they are all moot now. Hunger will touch them one by one. And Soludo, let us not deceive ourselves. As it is today, Soludo is the governor of his own senatorial zone. all the development that all the useless substandard road that he's building, they are all concentrated in his senatorial zone. The only one that came to the people of Nnewi was the one he targeted Innocent's company and destroyed part of the company. That was the only project, and I think he made that because of Innocent's industry, because Innocent, of course, is the ardent supporter of P2B, so you want to pay him back. And then he brought that useless substandard road that he's building in Nnewi. Apart from the one he did in Nnewi and the useless road that he built on was it Iweka Road or Main Market area in Onisha? Which other road that he built in other places? None. He's all concentrated in his own senatorial zone. So he's the governor of his own senatorial zone. Now,
Okay.
for the it's just a minute. For the clergies that are singing his praises, of course, he has given them brown envelope. And that's why they will sing his praises. Hallelujah, sing praises. Now, for the one, what's it called? The man from Daura, right? The one that was busy buying everybody the way he likes, saying things as if he's God, and today he kicked the bucket, and you want me to sympathize with him, to be in a sorrowful mood. For what? For what now? Is he more than the people that he buyed? Is he more than the nonsense that he has been doing in Nigeria? Is he more than the condition that he left Nigeria in? This guy literally destroyed Nigeria, destroyed lives, and you want me to mourn him? You want me to condole his useless, God-forsaken family? Right? No, I can't do that. He built Nigeria.
Okay.
But he was taken to UK for medical attention, just the way that Tinubu built Lagos State. But Tinubu has never received any medical care in Lagos State. Each time he will be flown to abroad. And then there's one happy slave that called Sonwolu. He's destroying Igbo people's property in Lagos. And the day that guy will kill bucket, you want me to come and condole with his family? No. Thank you.
Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you for your contribution. Please, comrade, nobody is insulting anybody. Let's not insult. Let's not even throw jabs. People may be, not like it. I beg. Okay, having said that, I want to draw our attention to two things. Since we've already gone into discussing Soludo, I want to say here also that I'm one of those who have never believed in Soludo. I've never. And I've said on this platform that I have people, young men like myself, who worked closely with him when he was Central Bank, and they didn't have any good story to say about him. Anyway, I won't say that. Now, there is also a trending video going on. Now, okay, let me do it this way. Before we go to this thing, I want us to look at this video and then make just 1 minute contribution. What would have been if it was this video had come from one of the people who are Igbos or any other tribe for that matter? What would have been of this video that we're about to open now?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I thank God for my life today. My people, Buhari don't die. See life. See life. The Buhari criminal man that is sent PSS and military to come and kill me middle in the night in July 1st, 2021. He died today. See life. My people, we're supposed to learn about this. That criminal man, Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, he don't die. See, I'm alive today. I thank God. God, thank you for my life today. Criminal Fulani man that is with some Yoruba, with some stupid Yoruba people that gang off and come to my house, middle in the night. They try to take my life, but God said no. If God say yes, nobody can say no. God said no. See life. You don't die today. Thank God. God, I thank you.
Okay. I guess that tells a lot of stories. We may not be able to dissect all. But having put that in mind as I come to you, comrade, there's another video that have been trending also, or happenings of events that have been trending concerning, again, this same, what we were discussing earlier, the Igbo people of Nigeria. There is a certain king of Igbos, or a man who claimed to be king of the Igbos, or a man who the Ghanaians refer to as king of Ndibo, who they claim want to take over territories of Ghana. And so there's been a riot. I'm looking for the video to play, but as maybe when the discussion starts, I'll look for the video proper and play it. Now, I first learned of that this event. This event was picked up by one podcaster who did a very wrong analysis of what the Igbo people stand for and what they have gone to do in Ghana. So he actually raised up this story of a certain Igbo man who they say is now saying he's the king of Igbos in Ghana. First and foremost, Igbos do not have kings. Second of all, we have chiefs, but even that chief title does not carry any whatsoever royalties to it. If you like, you can be chief and you're passed on the road. If I choose to greet you, if I don't want, I can pass you. It's not a problem, So they got a very wrong assertion of what the Igbos stand for, and they use that to say that Igbos want to come and take. In fact, I'm going ahead to analyze what he said. That Igbos, since they lost the civil war, have been looking for territories to take over, and so this man has been sent ahead to go to Ghana and go and secure 50 hectares of land, for which now, when he finished building it, Igbos now begin to go to Ghana and probably go and fight to take over Ghana. Gentlemen, I want you to look at it. You see, this narrative was the same narrative that was sold about the Igbos in South Africa. That the Igbos are coming to South Africa to take over South Africa. They're already taking over their women. And that became a story. This afternoon, before we came on to this broadcast, I saw another video that someone sent that some Igbo people have already started packing out of Ghana because they said it's getting out of hand. Gentlemen, I want us to weigh into this thing. Comrade, do you think that the Igbos are looking for a new territory, and that territory will be 50 hectares of land in Ghana?
Sorry, Mr. KJ. I want to use my time to set some records straight, please. I don't want to dwell on what I don't know. I want to use my time for something else. Earlier on, I don't know if you grant me that permission. I don't want to dwell on what I don't know. I listened to Igbo. I wasn't hearing what he was saying. However, he's entitled to his opinion. I don't belong to people that will rejoice over the death of a human being, no matter how terrible they think he was. I can criticize when he was alive. I can do whatever I want to do, positively and objectively when he was alive. But this is the time of bereavement for certain people. His family and all that deserves that respect. Having said that, I wasn't on the show earlier when somebody came in and said, tell me, there was a term he used for me, like, I forgot the term he used, Massad. I wasn't even here. The last time I met with Kenneth came on the show to say he knew, it's as if he saw in his dream that I was going to be on the platform. He came here, he insulted me and went back. I never responded to him. Today, he came again, he singled me out as if I knew what he was, trying to ridicule me. He singled me out of the platform as if he was greeting me. How is your presidential candidate? See, I was one of those in the last dispensation that I continue to say it. Putting Obi side by side with Atiku and Tinubu was tantamount to putting Jesus Christ in the midst of criminals. Since the Ushowore's strong message was not, the real message, the truth message and the natural message was not resonating with Nigerian people, my next option was Peter Obi. Does that make him a perfect human being? No. Do you think I don't have the courage to come here and insult people the way you do every time? You think that makes you smart? If I insult Peter B, what does it benefit me? And what are you going to do to me? You can't do me anything. I'm not even your age. So when people come on the platform to castigate people that have been there, Mr. KJ, sorry, I don't need to give me some time.
Omori,
sorry, Mr. KJ.
No, Omori, did I insult you?
No. Calling somebody a nuisance. You came here, you started with me. You started with me.
Control your emotions, man.
This is
Sorry.
my
Did I
time.
insult
Can you
you?
let me talk?
Oh,
Can you be
So
quiet? Can
I
let me
see
talk?
him as a nuisance. You
Can
can
you let
talk
me
it
talk?
again.
Can I stop?
You
Can
do
I
this
stop?
nonsense every time. Who are you?
Can I stop? No.
Can you let me learn?
Please. Comrade, please go ahead and please stop referring to him. Just make
He
your point.
comes here every time. He single me out. He insults me. He will go back. I feel I should not dignify that stupidity with
Did I
any
insult
effort.
you? You just lied against me now. Did I insult you?
You do this every time.
Did I
Always go
insult you? I
back and forth.
greeted you.
Even when you came today, you never greeted
When I
anybody.
came
Single
here,
me
I
out.
greeted
I
you
saw
as a
presidential
big
candidate.
brother. I even called you a big brother. Did I insult you?
By age, I'm senior to show
Did
where.
I insult you?
Okeji, can you let me talk? Can you let me?
Ask him this question.
Can you
Let's
allow me to use
clarify
my
this
time, please?
Okay.
allegation now.
Can,
Did I insult
moderator,
you?
can you protect me?
Let him speak.
Moderator,
Protect you from saying rubbish.
Let him speak.
you
That's
are
okay.
stupid.
Let
You
him
are
speak.
stupid. You are empty. You are a nuisance.
You are very stupid.
Who
Okay.
are you?
I'm taking both of
It's okay. Leave him. Let him speak. And then
He does this stupid thing every time. I look at him and I go, let me just ignore.
Comrade, I don't want to take both of you out. Please don't do this. We've already addressed this. Let's move on, please. It's not the
I'm just saying, so that you don't repeat yourself. It's becoming a trend. It's becoming a pattern. There's something I want to say. There's something I want to say. Some people may not like Shogwere. Some people, that is his own personality. If I were Shogwere, I know he can win election the way he's going. He needs one or two persons. He needs to deal with the good. That is his own principle. He doesn't want to bend his principle. On matters of principle, some people are solid as Olomoro. They don't bend. He's good in activism, but he's not good in politics. That is Shogwere for you. Even me, as close as you think I am to Shogwere, he doesn't even have my ears when it comes to say dealing with people just to get power for getting sake. He doesn't want to do it. The last time I listened to Shogwere interview, he was saying the fight he's fighting might not even materialize in his own time. But to be on record that he has done something, so and so, towards the freedom of Nigeria. KJ, let me put this on record. When you see activists fighting, you could fight in places like America when you are protected by the law. When you fight in Nigeria, if you have been an activist or journalist in Nigeria, you know what people like us have gone through. It's not just you, your family is traumatized. Everybody, your parents, your siblings are traumatized. There was a day they were going for investigation. They took us for Zone 5 office in Benin SRB. So they were going for Auchi. They put us somewhere in Ekboma police station. So before they taking me to my village, I got to my village. You could see the state of my parents. You could see how haggard my mother was looking. You could see everybody in the family. When you're fighting in Nigeria, it's not easy. You come here, you castigate people, you go away. You cannot even do half of what the person is doing. You are there in America eating your burger. If you think it's an easy thing, go to Nigeria one day, do half of what Shogwere is doing. When he was fighting for Jonathan, nobody was bribing him. Now, if he's not talking what is palatable, what you want to hear, somebody is paying him somewhere. He now begin to know the hotel he lives. When he was fighting for Jonathan, the statement. When Yaradua was dead, nobody was able to break that news. He took the last of Shogwere to to break that news. Nobody was paying him then. Now you just realize he's fighting for Tinubu. You castigate those that mean genuinely wait for you. You want the easiest way to power. Power is not given on a card. Power is not given on the platter of gold. You have to fight for it. You have to fight for it. So no easy way no collision, no easy way to power. Those that are genuinely fighting for us, you see, we're not serious as a people. Our sentiments, our emotions, they are beclouded by our sentiments and emotions. And that will not win election for us until we begin to organize as a people to think of what we want instead of falling for whatever politicians are giving to us. Who kind of seeker? We go nowhere. We are not ready as a nation. We are pretenders. We are hypocritical in our dealings. Our emotion and sentiment, our division, we give the politician opportunity to lord over us every time. When they are gathering, when they are doing their permutation, when they are doing their coalition, we step aside, looking at what would be the outcome. If we don't make any input, we should not expect any output that will be pro people. We'll continue to wail and wail for till the kid will come. We are not ready as a people because we are not genuine. We are not ready. Our lives, our sentiments, our division will not allow us to take the bull by the horn.
3 minutes. You are taking
almost can I have my right to respond, please?
Hold on. Now you're going to
I don't want him to respond to me. If you get to your talk, you can talk. Don't respond to me.
You don't have such a right.
So you don't have such a right.
You don't have such a right.
No, I don't want you to respond to me. Who are you?
I have the right to
Who
respond
are
to
you?
you.
You come here to say those are senior to you every
Yeah.
time.
Guys want
I've
me
been
to
keeping
remove
you
you.
quiet.
Comrade, you want me to remove you? He gave you a chance to talk. Allow him now. Let me talk now. Calm down. Calm down, please. Look, gentlemen. We cannot afford to make enemies out of something that cannot be changed tomorrow. This is a social media platform. Why do you want to make enemies of somebody from social media platform? They're not even paying you. You are the one using your data to be here. Don't get so worked up. This is not, you see, let's not die in this war. It's not our war. We can only say the ones who can say. If they want to hear, they hear. If they don't want, it's okay. You have expressed your opinion. And that's how you feel about it. It may be wrong to the other person, but it's right for you. And we accept it on this platform. That's why we call it have your say. So please, let's respect people's opinion. It's not because they are the most right people or that is what you accept, but that's what the person feels. We didn't come, this is not a classroom. It's not a lecture hall. Nobody has come to lecture anybody here. Okay? And when you want to go to school, you know where to go to. We're not judging people's people's English or their appearance or even their intellectual capability. We didn't put out there and say, if you're not a professor, don't come here. This is not what it is. Everybody have in own intelligence. Igbos have a proverb, Onyara Luchea. Every madman and his sense. So let's leave it at that. Please.
Let me use a minute to respond because I was called out. No. I did not insult Omori when I came on this platform. I have never insulted anyone on this platform. But Kenechukwu that I am, I have 100% plus right to insult any politician the way I like. You may not like him. You may not like the way I insult them. You are also free to insult any politician that you like to insult. That is your own problem, right? I did not insult Showore. Omori, I did not insult you. I just call Showore a nuisance, and I see Showore as a nuisance. And you cannot change that view. Hey, don't interrupt me. You cannot change that view that I have over Showore. Showore is a
The same way people have right to call a nuisance. You don't have anything to, you can't do anything.
No, Showore is a nuisance, is a blackmailer. That's how
Just
I
like
see
your
Showore.
is a nuisance.
And
You will not like it. Your is a nuisance.
at your age,
you continue nuisance everywhere.
please, can you mute this man at your age? No, I did not. You cannot remove me. I didn't say anything. He is the one interrupting me. That is an injustice. If you take me out, he's the one interrupting me.
Calm down.
Now,
Comrade, calm down.
I did not insult you, but you just lied here that I insulted you, right? That is okay. We all know people the way they behave. But what I'm trying to let you know is that you should learn to control your emotion. You are not Showore. Showore is not your father. He's not your uncle, right? I have the right to address Showore the way I like. You don't know what Showore did to me. So learn to control your emotion, right? That's the only thing that I'm going to tell you. But if you don't want to control your emotion and you insult me here, I'm going to insult you 100%.
Okay.
You understand? You cannot insult me on a normal ground. Physically, you can't insult me, right? I will treat you like a child. If you insult me physically, I will handle you like a child. I don't care your age. Do you understand? You are powerful over the camera, so you can say whatever you want to say, but you can't dare say it to me physically. Do you understand? I will handle you like a kid. I'm not joking. Do you understand? So learn to control your emotion. Do you understand?
Okay,
Learn to control your emotion. I'm bigger than Showore.
Please don't take him out. I also have a right to respond because you mentioned my name. There's no need to take him out. All you have to do is to meet them or something. And you're taking too long to admonish them.
Comment.
What did you say?
Comment.
I know, but he mentioned my name, so I'm asking to respond to him.
So when he gets your time, then you make up.
No. He mentioned my name.
If you want to make it rowdy, I will take you out.
Take me out, you son of a bitch. Take me out. You think you're a big boy because you're moderating.
Take him out, please.
Hello, come on, don't use such word now.
Okay, we have zero tolerance for insulting people here. If you cannot control emotion, please don't come. It's a free platform, but at the same time, we also have control. Please.
We should all channel our anger to our leaders, not to someone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who is. Am I in government?
Here.
Nobody here is in government. Nobody
channel all this emotion and anger to those who are killing us. Not all.
Come on, guys.
Not us. Yes.
There's nobody here who is going to change Nigeria tomorrow. Calm down. Revolution, go ahead. Welcome to back. Stay humble. Revolution, please go ahead and make your comments.
But that question, I don't know. You know, ask any question. No, now you just made a comment.
Okay, you know, I
what's the second question?
I played the video.
The correct confusion. The correct confusion.
The correct cause confusion. I swear.
All right, please, gentlemen.
Okay, now I get you. The video you played. Now I'm with you now.
Okay.
Because those brothers where they hammer, they make us we lose even my thought self. I don't forget them.
I think that was Sunday Igboho now. Sunday Igboho, the video he made.
That was Sunday Igboho speaking on the death of Buhari.
Yeah,
that's just part of it. I also said that there's this thing going on
in Ghana.
Yeah, in Ghana, where they are saying that Igbos are trying to take over their nation because a certain man has a title called King of Igbos in Ghana.
Yes.
And that's what is raving now in Ghana and trying to cause a very serious problem. What do you say about those things?
Okay, let me start with Sunday Igboho. For me, okay, let me start like this. For me, first of all, I'm a Nigerian. I don't want to be one of those people who say I'm an Igbo man before I'm a Nigerian, or I'm a Yoruba man before I'm a Nigerian. I think it's their own opinion. But for me, I'm a Nigerian. I know the time when Nigeria is sweet, when we no get all this, you be Igbo, you be Yoruba, you be Hausa. I see the nine be the thing will make me they miss Nigeria. There was a time, even apart from Nigeria itself, when we enter Europe in the 89, 90s, when you enter, you be Nigeria, you they flow. Now, recently we begin to do say Igbo, Yoruba, where all these politicians put for our head and all these religious leaders to confuse everybody. If Igbo man get church, everybody will they there na Igbo. If Yoruba man get church, everybody there na Yoruba. Now, those things will be my problem for Nigeria. Waiting Sunday Igboho talk. I know you talk and say, if na another tribe talk and waiting for happen. If na Igbo man talk and waiting, all those kinds of things, I know they put my mind there because.
Keja, are you going randomly?
No.
Keja.
No, hold on. You have not spoken.
Now my turn now.
No, please, KJ, please just let it flow like that. Don't let anybody interrupt you, please. Just let it flow. Like
so
I'm going the correct way.
Thank you.
What I'm saying, I grew up in a Nigeria where we say we no one know where you come from. We don't even think of ourselves. Now recently all this one starts. Somebody na Igbo, somebody na Yoruba. Now recently, and since where that thing start, Nigeria, we don't know where we are going anymore. President go enter, Buhari do his own. This Mugun will enter too now. In own self they do. Everybody na Yoruba. These are the problem of Nigeria. And this way they say divide Nigeria. They know if it divide Nigeria. Because it's now war to fit divide that country. So make we leave that Sunday Igboho. I don't get much. I see him as a person who express his opinion on somebody who want kill him. That's why I take Siam.
Okay, we have an audio. Is it coming from you?
Eh?
There's an audio playing. Is this coming from you?
It's not from you.
I think you are the only one hearing the audio.
Yeah,
it's quiet here.
I don't hear anything here. So then when you come to Ghana, and the one where they say Igbo man, they put panic. These are the things where they still they tell Nigerians. Maybe the people, because I watch on social media, I go see some Yoruba group. They go come say kill the Igbo, Omo Igbo. You go see some Igbo group. They retaliate to themselves. Me, I no mix up for those ones. Apart from Sabi Rastaman, where we say if you like, come from moon. As far as you get good heart towards humanity and with you, I'm in a mixed marriage for crying out loud. You understand me? So what thing go concern me where you come from? All those ones that they do for they fight Igbo man for Ghana. My brother, if they lie, make them kill themselves. That is not my problem. My problem is say Nigeria will work better, live as one. All this I be Igbo, I be Yoruba, I be this. My man, make another person talk. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, Mr. Ike. Mr. Ike, you have lived around that area in Ghana and all those places. You know how they behave. Why are they misunderstanding a simple title to become a national issue?
So good night, gentlemen.
Yes. Ahead.
KJ, I think um, I think one of the things that we have to recognize is the power of social media, what social media can do in the life of people, whether fake news or real news. I know that there are two people from Ghana who are into this content creators who put all this tension on the social media. Um, and also, I know that some respected Ghanaians and some government officials are not buying what they're saying on social media. But for me, I think that it has to do with, first of all, if somebody respect the government you have in Nigeria, for example, if we are living in a normal society, if we have credible leaders, Nigeria is supposed to be the leader of the black world. And the voice of Nigeria is supposed to be respected around the world. And all the countries in West Africa are supposed to respect Nigeria. But I think that me and you, over time, we have lost that respect among our neighbors. Why? Because of the kind of leadership that we have been able to have in our country called Nigeria. So I remember that if we have a credible government, and this kind of thing is coming out from Ghana, only the ambassador of Nigeria in Ghana will make a statement and tell the government of Ghana that if this thing continues to repeat, the consequences is going to be very great to Ghana. And I believe that under 15, 24 hours, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ghana will come out and apologize and warn his people that they don't want this to continue. That was when we have respect. Nobody is going to do it because we have lost our respect. We have lost our dignity as a country. Most of us who are traveling with Nigerian passport, let me digress. You know what you go through, like me, until I decided that enough is enough, and I have to throw it to the trash, and I have to get my Dutch passport because I'm at my age. I'm sick and tired of being chased about at every immigration by police dog, sniffing your bags and sniffing you like. Even in the midst of 1,000 people standing on the rail, immediately you show Nigerian green passport, you become a target. Even though, so it is what it is. But I think the Ghanaians themselves, they respect institutions. They have traditional institutions. They recognize what traditional institution is. The Ghanaians are just like Nigeria. They know our culture. They know our tradition. They lived in Nigeria. Most of them speak Igbo. In 1982, 83, 84, 85, most Ghanaians you can see in Germany today, in America, in most countries of the world, they traveled with Nigerian passport because they lived in Nigeria when Nigerian passport was easy to get from anybody. But I think that after the Ghana must go, I think the healing has not, we have not really healed together as a country, as neighbors. So I think that for me personally, that the institution of culture and tradition, every country have it. And Ghana respect culture. They respect tradition. And they know sincerely and honestly that the cultures of Ndibo and every other tribe in Nigeria, we live anywhere we go, we try to organize ourselves together, we try to be a family. And sometimes we have the so-called, we used to have the so-called the chief of Igbo or the chief of Yoruba, in foreign countries. Ghana is not the first time. So what am I trying to say finally? I think that the government of both countries should be able to wade into that problem because it shouldn't be issue of, it shouldn't be the case of Ndibo, but it should be the case of Nigeria versus Nigeria. Because as of today, Ndibo are still part of Nigeria. So I think that is the government of Nigeria that is supposed to wake up and say, hey, this is what is going on. The Nigerian embassy in Ghana wouldn't say that they don't know what is going on or that the life of our people is being threatened in Ghana. They wouldn't say they don't know. Just like when it happened in South Africa, what did the Nigerian embassy do? What did the government of Nigeria do? So I am saying that Ghanaians should be able to respect Nigeria because Nigeria has done so much for them many years back, even though life has become better for Ghana. But they shouldn't forget the brotherhood. They shouldn't forget the love we showed them during the time they were, most of them were in Nigeria, right?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I just want to put on record, Ghana were the first set of people that expelled Nigeria. In fact, they expelled Nigeria twice in the course of history. Before that, Ghana must go stuff came in. But here, before now, in other countries, they say what they were fighting for is the fact that our people are not following the rules or the laws. But in this case, this gentleman is following all the laid down rules, and even according to their own confession, has given a lot of assistance and help and done all kinds of things in their nation. But they don't want, because according to them, Igbos are looking for territory. I'm coming to you, my brother. Is anybody in your village planning to move to Ghana to go and acquire territory in a 50-hectare land, but that was bought by the king of Igbos in Ghana? Yes, Jordan.
Well, the issue of Ghana, the Ghana issue, if you may, xenophobic attack on our people, I think that shouldn't have actually been a case. The installation of the chief or whatever they call him, and they said it was according to, because I first of all heard about this in I think in Maegu, who basically analyzed it very well, what exactly happened. How that somebody who made a video calling that Igbo, liking everything to Igbo, building their kingdom and trying to.
Yes, I have the video here.
I wish you can show that video. So that was what spiked the whole of this xenophobic attack, which is very unfortunate. The man is simply a businessman who acquired land to run his business and decided to make it as if it's an Igbo affair. Of course, a businessman, he wants to do his business and be able to make money. Okay, the land he acquired was not acquired by all the Igbos in Ghana, except if I might be wrong. But I don't think it was acquired. It was a personal thing. So how can that be not interpreted as Igbo want to annex kingdom or conquer or take territory of the Ghanaian? The whole thing is, you see, whatever happens to Nigeria, both at home and in Nigeria, it all boils down to the biblical word that said, when a salt loses its taste, where shall its saltness be restored? It is no longer good for nothing but be thrown on the ground and be trampled on foot by men. Nigeria is like a salt that have lost its taste by the virtue of what our criminal politicians are doing, that now we are being trodden underfoot all over the world. At any slightest provocation, you see Nigerians being killed, being battered, being in fact, all kind of inhuman treatment against a country that should have been, just by mentioning you are that name, you are from that country, people should revere you. But because of the evil criminal leaders that we have in Nigeria, that have refused to repent, that does not give a damn what Nigerians are passing through, both at home and abroad. In fact, the more Nigerians are being persecuted or Nigerians are suffering, it's like it gives them joy. If it doesn't give them joy, how can a number 3 man in Nigeria, that a criminal Senate president, woman abuser, what is he called? A pervert man. How can he say during the protest that happened I think, was it last year? Let them be protesting, we'll be there pumping our champagne and be celebrating. How can somebody, a government official, a number 3 man in Nigeria, say that of people, of his own citizens that are protesting for the betterment of the country. Let them be protesting, will be drinking a champagne. Is that not the hike of insensitivity? If that man, if the whole situation had been turned around, but somebody in America here, a government official in America said that would be the last day of his post, or being in that position. But hey, Nigeria is where anybody, in fact, the more criminally minded you are, the more you are better to be in the Nigerian political offices. That is why somebody like Obi, sorry, I don't know if they can allow him, because he's too pure to be in that criminal enterprise called Nigeria, to be a leader. Okay,
all right.
That is the thing. It's so sad.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's move on. Mr. Tony, someone had just written on there, and I want to pose that question to you. Someone has written and complained that can you live peacefully? We can't live peacefully, and we must not start our kangaroo kingdoms in another man's land. The question be, was there a meeting with the Igbos that this individual, who is not even a recognized chief in any portion of Igbo land, we now forming a kingdom for the Igbos? I don't understand it. Is it not some, anyway, can this individual be working hand in hand with the Biafra agitators to move Biafrans to Ghana to go and take over? Is it possible?
Well, KJ, first of all, let me say that I am not very conversant with the this incident that happened in Ghana with respect to the Nigerian that you are speaking about. So I don't, but based on the question that you asked, and from what I gather from Judith, it looks like it's just something, a perception, because the individual here that is being talked about would have been a Yoruba person or a Hausa person. So I don't see the connection. Apart from the fact that he's an Igbo, I don't see the connection with an entire ethnic group with respect to whatever it is that he has done. But let me say something here. Ghana has been pursuing a policy of getting Africans in diaspora, particularly African Americans, to come and settle, buy land and develop, the country. And I admire that. And I think that if there is a country that ought to be doing that, is my country. But unfortunately, the picture that Nigeria has everything going for it, but the problem that we have, just like Eugene has said, is leadership. I can give you a few examples. Last year, a team from my church went on a missionary visit to Ghana and went there to a place called Adase. We went to build a school, give them water. We sent foodstuffs, we sent clothing, we sent hospital equipment. I didn't go though. And right now we are building a laboratory for them there. Okay. And they gave us a massive land to build the branch of our church right there. I didn't go, but even though I contributed, I was part, But it struck me because after that, I started making moves to have my church also do a missionary visit to Umahia, somewhere at Amakama. So I've been working on that, because I felt that this is something that my country needs even more at this time. But there's a perception about Nigeria which is sad. I work in a university here, which is one of the best in New York, and then amongst the 30 best universities in the world. and he has a branch in Ghana. And so when I look at some of these things and many other things and industries, companies that are relocating, some have relocated from Nigeria to Ghana. Maybe Michelin and some other companies have gone to Ghana. And I'm wondering, you know, there's something basically wrong with us. So there's a perception about Nigeria, you know, and that, first of all, comes from leadership. I think leadership has quite a lot to do to rewrite the view. I mean, Nigerians individually in their various walks of life are proving the world wrong. That, you know, many of them, you know, doing great things in various fields and disciplines, in sports, in, you know, in management, in science, in technology, in IT, name it, in boxing, in athletics, you know, doing great things.
Even in music.
You know, doing great things. So when people outside see that image, when they see that, some of them want to come to Nigeria, but the government is not cashing it. You know, the government is not, in fact, what the government is exhibiting, you know, makes some people really doubt, because when they come, they say, you come from, if you are this great, I mean, I see Nigerians, I see great things that they do, but what we hear about your country, it's not something good. Okay, so I think, first of all, the government has to do something. Now, the individual that you talked about, it's not, Ghana is giving people land. You know, you come there and build. There are people from my church who actually said they will go back to Ghana. They want. Sorry, KJ. They want to go back. They want to go back to Ghana. Some of those who went to that mission, they want to go back to Ghana and buy land. And I tell them, listen, you know, I wish I can take you to my country, because my country has something better. You know. And I show them pictures, I show them, you know, movies, I show them, and they say, wow. You know, so I think part of the problem that we have here is we really haven't sold ourselves properly the way we should. You know, and that is probably part of the problem why we're having that. We had it in Lagos, you know, targeted against an ethnic group, again, over this type of issue. So I think I agree with Ike that the ambassador would have helped, you know, or High Commissioner should have done quite, I don't know if he did anything to diffuse this tension and make and let them know that this is not an ethnic thing, that this is just maybe a misunderstanding and so on. That would have ended the case. But let me stop there. Thank you.
Thank you. I have two great men behind the stage. So if anybody feels like, you know, stepping aside, then I can bring you guys in. I can see both of you. Okay, right now, let me bring in, let me
step out. You can take me, you can put me backstage.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. And here comes Masker. Okay, I still have one more great man, which is forefather.
This is my turn.
So, Oga KJ, I was here before Okoli and stay humble, but I don't know why I was shuffled out of the queue. I was here before them.
It was when
and Omoro has spoken.
Kene, you spoken, but I was there when you spoke, right?
Yes.
So, but I've not said anything.
No, I responded. I responded to my name calling.
Well, for peace sake, when you guys were having the rumble, for peace sake, we said let's just go like that. So please just let.
So these are punishment.
Ah, Jesus Christ. Okay, yes. Next time we give the motion.
Accepted. No problem. I accept the punishment.
Yes.
Okay. CM. The nation of Ghana is asking people from all around the world who claim that Ghana is their place of origin to come in, buy land, build house. Is it a lack of understanding that they are now assuming that a man, a certain individual, is now the king of Igbos, and so he's going to move Biafra to Ghana? Or is it just being mischievous? Because this blogger, if you listen to him, and because he sounds very, very enlightened, the possibility of your being taken away if you don't have the history of what he's talking about is there. So this blogger came up and said he said it. In fact, when I was frightened when I heard him talking, because he said there's an Igbo king ladies and gentlemen, there's a new kingdom in Ghana. That's the Igbo kingdom. So that kind of introduction, and because Ghana as a population is less than 40 million people, so you are telling such a population that a people who, and in fact, another blogger said these people fought a civil war. They wanted to take land from Nigeria, and we failed to take the land. And so now we have sent our emissary to Ghana to go and buy this land. Then after that, they now start exporting Igbos to Ghana, and then very soon we'll call it Biafra, a new Biafra land. And in this modern time, I have not heard the federal government, nor just like Ike said, the ambassador, very callous, uh, what do you say? Okay, someone is asking me to play the video.
Anyway,
it's a very long video. It's about 30 minutes. I can play also. I have also a response of the Gan Kingdom, what they've written to, kind of ask the guy to remove the title or something like that. I can play it. I have them.
But if it's long, do you think it will be necessary? Because
it's very long. You go ahead, CM. So I'll make fraction.
Anyway, let me I will take the summary you've given of it. You see, the thing is, the guy is offering bad press. First, the Igbo that we don't deal on kings. It's just bad belly envy. Somebody is just cooking things up. How many areas in Nigeria do Igbo say we are king? Not to talk of going to Ghana to say king, or to whitewash it. We will be exporting people. We are not. Our land is more than enough for us. So what is the meaning of all this rubbish? Igbo they go take. Is it because Obi want to be president of Nigeria, a clear winner? Then everybody can go and cook up a story and be selling all over the world. The world know who Ndi Igbo are. Forget about all these things. I'm not going to, that it's just too. I mean, it's too pedestrian to be commenting on this. The guy is suffering. I mean, if the Ghanaian authority invites him, he sit them down and they tell them what is going on. They know. He bought a land. They want to say that is what he meant to go and carry me and you now, because we all in. This was the way they interpreted January 15, 1966 coup as Igbo coup. Everybody, Igbo man, sit down, plan coup to take over. Up till today. So it's just bad press, but it's not going anywhere. This is connected with, because an Igbo man for the first time, the best candidate, P2B, without blemish by Nigerian standard, no corruption. People have seen him that this is the man that can give Nigeria a direction. Everybody is now going about it. Some people are sponsoring different news. Look at what they are talking in Ghana. Igbo man go to Ghana. Is it today we are going? We've been in Ghana before. Was it not Allen Onyema that go and rescue people from Ghana when VDM, very dark man, was shouting that they're trafficking people all over Ghana and West Africa? Allen Onyema, an Igbo man, donated his aeroplane to go and carry them back. Why didn't they say the man want to take over West Africa? Why didn't they say, Allen Onyema, it is Igbo people, they want to be king because he bought it? I know where all this propaganda is coming from, and I know people are doing it. It will fail. So forget about all this nonsense. It doesn't deserve to be commented on. Let the Ghanaian authority invite him, man. You sit them there and tell them, this is pure business. Who is talking of king? When you go there, you become king. You pack all Igbo. We are looking for one to establish Biafra. The fear of Biafra is what giving people sleepless nights. That is why they released Buhari, who died in 2017. Since they are now telling us he died it today because Nnamdi Kanu will get his freedom. What are they deceiving? Biafra is on the calendar. Nobody can stop it. I have to comment like this because I know exactly where they're headed. The issue is not about that man in Ghana. They want to use it to build a narrative. Igbo want to take over. Which time Igbo man go Ghana? Is it today we started being in Ghana? What of Sierra Leone? The biggest business in Sierra Leone, who has it? It's not an Igbo man. Ivory Coast, until they played Nations Cup, people did not know. Last January. So what are we talking about? All these things are just mere rubbish. It pains me that some people do not see through all this gimmick. All of a sudden, the Igbo man now want to go to Ghana and become a king so that he will pack the whole Igbo, establish who? It's too cheap. It's too cheap. Where we go, we create wealth. We don't steal. We compete. Anywhere Igbo man goes, he will compete. When he competes, if he wins, good. If he doesn't win, so be it. We believe in competition. We don't cut corners. Anywhere you see us, we merit it. It's on merit. The land wasn't given to him free of charge. He paid money. He got the land. His business. Let the Ghanaian government investigate his business. So what are they talking? You know, Nigeria. This issue of what is it called? This issue of Igbophobia. Some people just take it as if they want to export it. The world know who Igbo are. For those who may not know, there's a book written by Chinese American author. It's called the Michua. He said there are 4 global citizens, global tribal citizens in the world.
To
the
my
Jews,
channel. I'm Cyrus,
the Chinese,
and this.
the Indians, and the Igbo will go to Ghana and start to go and build empire. Want to eat. So we know people that are sponsoring all these things because just to say that you see them, they are going to Ghana to cause confusion. When they went to South Africa, they are talking about South Africa. Was it not all? Now today, Nigerians are in Iran trapped. Who are they waiting to bring them back? Tomorrow they will come out and make. Why can't they use that to recognize Igbo? They are talking of Ghana, trying to insult themselves. We know exactly what they have in mind. I know. When I saw this type of news, I know where it originates. Ndi Igbo, in our character, we don't believe in it. We don't go to a place and say let us go and colonize it and then take over. It's only the Fulani headsmen that can go somewhere and kill people and take over their land. Ndi Igbo don't do that. They buy business and they establish business with you.
Thank you.
Nonsense. What are they talking about?
Thank you. Let's quickly move so I can get to the last topic before the time run out on us. DMX support diaspora voting. By the way, what's the meaning of the DMX behind you? I want to know today.
Sorry?
What the DMX behind you? What does it mean? Is it a DMX as a musician or just your own DMX?
Anyone will interpret the same thing.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Anyways, hello everybody, happy weekend. That session conversation, I see you. Thanks for being active. First thing first, I think I won't say black people, black race. I would say Nigerians in particular. Many of us, large number of us, are just psychophans. Psychophans, I would say, in the sense that if anything suits our narrative, the law is correct. The law is correct. But if it's anything that simply do not suit our narrative, that law is wrong. The law is wrong. The law is wrong. You see, I'll ask you, KJ, if a place over a certain amount of time or period of time, a place that was okay before, after some time becomes inflammable, and everybody knows that it's inflammable, I think it would be stupid for anybody to go there and say, okay, I want to light my cigarette there. You get my point? Because it's dangerous. So at the time it was normal, but over a period of time it became flammable. So once it's flammable, what should everybody do? Common sense, just avoid having a spark or a light coming up that place because it will turn into a flame. I remember some time ago, a couple of months ago, I said something about, I think it was Paul that asked me about having Sultan of Lagos or whatever. And I said, no, that is wrong. Then somebody now said also having Obi or whatever is in Lagos or whatever. I said, no, also wrong. Then people attacked me, whatever. Look, the world is a global village here. Right about now, everybody's seeing everything. Everybody is becoming maybe cultural conscious. Everybody wants to have his own identity now. And everybody wants to because the politicians have succeeded in dividing all of us. Everybody's now holding to his own culture right now. So now that place is now volatile. It's not like the word I use, flammable. You understand? I think it would be wise for everybody to hold your place strong. And instead of do you want to go to a place and establish your place there? You understand? Or even if you want to establish your place, try to have a title there. It's like sparking a lighter in a place that is flammable. Now that everybody is culturally conscious of who they are right now, they want to hold their place strong. They want to like, no, this me, this our identity. Don't come here. You understand? I think everybody should like respect it. That global word of freedom of religion, sorry, freedom of movement, we are global citizens. I think that is now becoming a fallacy right now. Everybody is not conscious of where they come from right now. They want to be that place, respect their place. So I think it's necessary for everybody to like, oh, okay, respect your place. I want to stay with you. Even in the UK or Ireland. Yeah, it was Ireland. It was last week. Yeah. When Irish people came out to like, no, this rubbish that Muslims are doing right now, it should stop. But Muslims are, we have, in fact, Irish citizens that are Muslims, right? Anyway, we even know they came from Arabs or whatever. They are there. But their riots are like, stop turning our place to becoming a Muslim place or whatever, or stop your Muslim, whatever you are doing here right now. Even abroad, not even Africa, right? Even white people are almost trying to like, no, they want to hold their culture. Don't come here and change our culture. Come here and live as migrant, but don't change our culture. So I think that's what's happening global right now. So the guy that does his own thing in Ghana, maybe to him, it might just be, I want to show, say, I be this, I be that. But because of the nature or the way we have seen ourselves these days, the world becoming a global village, everybody's holding their culture strong. What the guy might have thought is just nothing. It's a big deal to those people right now, because right now, like I said, everybody's holding their culture strong. You know, so hence I said, this idea of going to a place and establishing your title, this and that. In America, you can go down and become OB of worldwide or emir of whatever you want to be in Europe. Nobody may want to care. You understand? It is nothing. But for those who feel they hold their stuff, they treasure their stuff, they hold it tight, they're strong, just respect them and just let peace reign. Because your motive of going there initially was just to go there and live well, have peace of mind, build your career, whatever. Not to go there and say, no, you want to start going to title, claiming tradition chief or this or that. That wasn't your motive going there. Like I said, even people like escaped Afghanistan or Syria crisis, they flew the place as refugee. You understand? Trying to have a better life. But now that they've settled down in those countries that they've accepted them, now they're now holding ground that we want to turn this place to a Muslim country. So this is how it starts. Initially, it was never like this, but over the time, it may become something else. So if you see people try to hold their culture strong, like, no, don't do this, don't do this. Yes, it might sound nothing, but it might also sound something. But if they say don't do it, just respect them, because the land belongs to them. Just you came there to live, to harmonize. You want to marry those, but trying to go to like maybe something cultural, you might offend some people. Hence, I said everybody should just hold their culture strong. Stay in your lane. If you want to live somewhere else and live in there. Let's say, like I said, if you are in Rome, behave like a Rome. So why will you go to Rome now? You want to behave like an American? It doesn't work. You understand? Like I said, the world has changed past. If you go to Rome, behave like a Rome. Everybody wants to like, don't worry. Stay your lane. If you want to live peacefully, live peacefully. Everything you want to do, bring your own here. People don't accept it. I know, like for Black race now, everybody's trying to like accept Black culture or whatever. Yes, it's coming, but when it comes to some certain culture or religion and other country who welcome you, they are kind of frowning their face towards that kind of stuff. Just respect them and let it go for peace to reign. You understand? Then for Igbo, whatever. For me, there's nothing there, because I think you were trying to make a statement there. You calling statement like probably maybe Igbo said something like that, nothing happened. Maybe if it was to be somebody else, maybe an Igbo man or whatever, something will happen. But for me, anybody would have said what Igbo said. You understand? He just came, he's speaking his truth. This guy was after his life. Now he's dead. You want me to die before you? Now you don't die now. Who lose? Not you lose now. I think that was what the guy was saying. Unamdi can also come and say the same thing. Look at Buhari, that you don't wanted me dead. Now you are dead right now. Wow. So I think it's just any statement that anybody will make, and there's no force that I think will come from there. That's just
all right. Thank you. I really appreciate your time response and keeping to time. I like that, so other people can speak quite quickly. Yes, stay humble. You see, I like the angle he has come from. Why? Even though I think there's a lot of misunderstanding with the title of the whatever, because you have Chinese town in other places, you have Americans settling in Ghana, and they are forming associations of Americans settling in Ghana. I have not heard any story from there, but this particular individual, they have problem with. He's been accused, even though that has been debunked many times, but has been accused that he has an expansionist mindset, which the Igbos are known to be expansionist people. Please, do you have any record of the Igbos taking people's territory since you have read the Igbo history upside down and the rest? Have you ever seen anywhere that the Igbos went and took over? Even if the people were just few, they went there and took over their people, that land, and call it their own.
Yeah. So the feud between Igbos and other people, let's say Ghanaian, Togolese, Cameroonians, I think it's long-standing, really. They fear the Igbos because we are economic conquistadors. We are very dominant. We dominate by hard work, really. So they naturally fear the Igbos, really. Yeah, so I don't think it's something new. I think it's something that's lasted over decades and centuries. Go to Cameroon, where the Igbos are in large number, the same thing happening. Yeah, the markets and the rest of them. I met a Cameroonian here in the UK some time ago, and she said she hated the Igbos with venom. What was the reason? Because the Igbos were dominating the markets in Western Cameroon. So they didn't take their lands, they did not break their laws, just that they were dominating the markets. Yeah, so I don't think it is something that is novel. Yeah, I think it's something that is long-standing. Just that this time around, the field has taken a different dimension, just because that some of the people that are behind these divisions and ethnic wars and the rest of them, I think there are forces that are not within Nigeria, really. But the thing is that they have a lot of puppets. They have a lot of people working for them. Yeah, so all these social media influencers, these Twitter guys, they can all work for all these American agencies, BBC and the rest of them. So through them, they just funnel all this information and propaganda and the rest of them, and they sell and they cause division. With the division, there will be no economic prosperity, no economic integration, because the cooperation we need in West Africa and even across the continent is not happening. You can't travel from Port Harcourt to Yaoundé, direct flight. Why? But you can travel from London to Barcelona, London to this. You can't travel from Kano to Abuja, direct flight to Togo, to Benin Republic. So there are people that are behind these things. They don't want that economic integration. So they are ready to sponsor anything. But the way they operate, very cryptic. Yeah, the people that you'll be seeing are your fellow Yoruba, your fellow Igbo, your fellow Ghanaians, and the rest of them. But there are people that are paying the piper. So the people that are paying the piper are dictating the tune. So the feud is basically economic, not about the leader, the kingdom or everything. The title of Hazendi, I think it's a leadership title, really, because we don't have I don't have kingship title of Hazendi, really. Yeah, I think it's a leadership title. I think across several centuries, however, we had the Igbo people. Yeah. So the leadership positions are taking that name of SND Igbo, really. Yeah, I don't think it's an expansionist tool or something like that. For people that think that because we have talented people from Nigeria, we have musicians, we have professors that that we are going to gain the respect of the world. That is not true. For countries like Seychelles, where people flock to for holidays and the rest of them, yeah, I don't have your professors or your musical talents or your famous footballers. So the most important thing is for your country to be working. That is the thing that will earn you the respect that you are looking for. If your country is not working, nobody will respect you. Even if you produce the best space scientists, the best mathematicians, professors, what have you, they will not respect you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And yes, I would have loved to jump the two comrades to get to the other people who have not spoken. But can I don't worry, you just 3 minutes.
Sorry, KG, sorry. I want to ask one question. Stay humble. You said there's no flight from where, Port Harcourt to where, or from where? You're saying the flight.
Yeah, so you cannot fly from Port Harcourt to Douala. You
I thought you said, okay, we take Nigeria.
Okay. You know, which is, you know, really concerning. From Lagos to Angola, you know, you have to use Qatar.
Is there international airport in the southeast?
Yes, now you have.
So that is the problem, really, because the people that don't want you to grow, they don't even want that international airport in the first place. Even if
there's no international airport in the southeast.
A white elephant project.
There is now. There's international airport. There's one.
So if there's an airport, where does it fly to?
The issue is not airport now. The airline must have to decide where you fly from where to where. But I think this DMX, you are dragging the whole thing out of context.
So the main point is that there is no economic integration and cooperation. We don't sell our crude to Ghana. We don't buy their gold. We don't trade with Togo. We don't trade with Benin Republic. We don't trade with South Africa. So there is no real trade going on in the continent. And there are people behind these things. Those are the same people that will sponsor somebody to come here and give us Buhari's achievement in whatever. Nonsense.
All right, thank you. Let's move on. Comrade. Yes, you have. Sorry, I need to reduce it to 2 minutes because I want other people to speak and I will also move quickly. So
yeah, the battery may not even take me. Yeah, it might not even take me up to 2 minutes. Okay. I want to use my time to react to the guests they have earlier on the show. The man was merely expressing his opinion, which is entitled to. People coming on the platform to want to, you know, castigate him or want to fight him was unnecessary, was uncalled for. It was out of place. He was a guest, for Christ's sake. He didn't deserve what he got on the platform. He's not your INEC chairman. He's not your Nigerian police force. He's not your INEC returning officers that will do the blunders. He was merely expressing his permutation, insinuations, and political innuendos. He didn't impose it on anybody. You know, his formula may not even work. But to the best of his knowledge, he was merely expressing his political permutation. What he feels it will be the political equation to be able to unseat Tinubu. He wasn't saying that he has all the knowledge in the world. So people coming here, I see they're coming to fight battle, they're preparing for another war. The last one we fought, we have not recovered. People coming here to prepare for another war because of saying somebody expressing his opinion, to me was unnecessary. And to my last point, nobody has the right to threaten me on social media. If you know where I'm coming from, you will not even dare people like us. We stood face to face with Abacha. With Abacha's gun, we still have the wound on our body. So if you feel you can threaten me on social media, invite me to a neutral ground. I will buy my ticket and meet you there. So that you know say small body of sickness. Are you crazy? Are you mad? You threaten me say, if not to say with this social media, you for do me something. Give me address. I will come and meet you there.
I'm going to follow shit. Calm down. Please calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. This is not necessary.
My battery is gone. So let us meet as Nigeria until we continue to have the People's Parliament, People's Coalition, genuinely, not the one the articles are organizing for us. We go nowhere as a people. When they are meeting, we are not meeting. When they take their decision, we start reacting. We have to be proactive, not reactionary. Thank you. If we must move forward. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. I do not want us to take
please don't leave. I'm here because of you, comrade. Just
anybody here. You are just a robot answer. You don't have a you are in America calling for war in Nigeria.
It's
Come
not
and do
wrong
what we
now.
did when we were in our young days. Come to Nigeria and do it for one day. You can't do
Just stay
it.
until my
You are
turn,
here
then you
making
go.
noise.
I don't want to remove
You
you,
are a
but if
noisemaker.
you force me to,
Bastard.
I will remove
I
you.
wish I could stay and wait for you. You are a
Remove
noisemaker.
me, you son of a bitch. Remove me.
Oh,
You
no,
let,
no,
you
no,
let him
no, no.
talk all day.
Why are you saying that now?
Okay, funny enough, you only talking to pass that.
You see, it's very disrespectful, because these things we are saying, these things are going to remain on this channel or on the social media for the next 30 years, 40 years. Your great grandchildren will come and sit and say, this is our grandfather is fighting on this. What are we fighting for? For crying out loud. It's your opinion. Express it quietly and move. Nobody is going to say anything that will change Nigeria tomorrow. We have been talking since Buhari was here. We are still talking now. Tinubu is there. And we'll still talk by the grace of God when whoever is going to take over will be there.
Mr. KJ, I thought this issue has been addressed. I was even punished for doing nothing, but somebody brought it back. I think that person needs to be punished. Whoever that brought it back needs to be punished. But I'm not here to discuss the person because
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I wasn't bringing it back. If you want me, you think I'm small in size, you can chat to me, invite me. I will buy my ticket and meet you in America, right? You don't know where we're coming from.
Wow, and social media. If you meet me in person, you can't talk.
No, don't do that. Just
can you go on?
Let's respect each other. Just move on. Make your point, Kenan.
Thank you. So let me address the issue. I don't want to be interrupted. And please, Mr. KJ, give me some minutes. Let me address this issue that everybody, everybody will understand.
Not anybody.
In English language, we have, no, I don't insult people. I just address it, but I have a right to insult a politician because they're dealing with me. Now, in English language, we have a king. In Igbo, a king is called Eze. In Hausa, a king is called Sarki, right? Somebody on this platform said that he doesn't like the idea of people going to another man's land and begin to have Eze or Sultan or that. Now, the same person now, if I ask him, is he in support of having Eze Ndibo in Bini? He will say, no. They don't come to Bini and have Eze. It should be only Oba, Oba of Bini. But the same person failed to understand that there is what they call Serkin Alsawa in Bini, and they are okay with that. But if you dare want to have Ezendibo in Bini, then it's a problem. You are insulting their Oba. But it's okay for Hausa people to have Serkin Alsawa in Bini. Now, let's go to Ghana. The two communities making noise in Ghana today about the Eze Ndibo in Ghana are the Ga people, which are very close siblings to Yoruba people in Ghana, and the Zongo communities in Ghana. Now, the unfortunate part with these two people, ethnic group in Ghana is that they have Serkin Alsawa in Accra. The Ga people dominate in Accra area. They own Accra. Now, the Zongo, again, we have Serkin Alsawa in Zongo community. Now, these two ethnic groups now in Ghana are the ones making noise on social media. Mr. CM was saying something, which most of us might not even understand what is going on. There is what we call Abadorians in Nigeria. They are the ones instigating this thing going on right now because they have their siblings as Ga people in Ghana. They are instigating them, trying to abuse their mind against Ndibo. Now, I, as a person, am I in support of going out of your homeland to have whatever king or Eze in another man's land? No, I'm not in support of that. If you want to be a king, go to Igbo land in your community and become a king. Because I remember growing up, we don't have such thing as Ezendibo in Kano or Ezendibo in Lagos. What we have is Igbo Association, Kano, Igbo Association, Lagos. In that association, you have the president of the association, the vice president, or even the chairman, right? But today, it is Eze. But if you look at it in another way, We have Hausa people wherever they are. They have Serkin Asawa in Enugu, Serkin Asawa in Lagos, Serkin Asawa in Bini. But if you dare have SNDibo in Lagos, who they want to take over Lagos? If you want SNDibo in Bini, they want to take Bini. But it's the same Oba of Bini went to Ibenka to try to force them, enforce his own boys to become leaders in another man's land. Right? But it is acceptable for them. But you can't do otherwise when it comes to Igbo people. Now, this is it. The SNDibo in Ghana.
What is the meaning of Sariki? What is the meaning of Sariki?
I just explained it. King is Sariki.
No,
King.
It also means chief.
No, it's not.
Check.
Master, you are here. Educating, please.
No, thank you. It
also means chief. DMX.
Right?
DMX. I think first of all, Kenny, I don't think what I will advise you, Kenny, don't let DMX drag you back. If you make your point, make your point.
Yeah. So we have in the same Ghana, we have white people, Oyibo people, we have Chinese people being crowned chiefs, high chiefs in Ghana. Right? But they are okay with it. But when it comes to SNDibo, then Igbo people want to take their land. This is an individual. Is a man that purchased land and he wants to build his empire on his land, and then he automatically become the representative of the entire Indigo. Come on now, we have Igbo criminals. We have Igbo criminals. We have Igbo criminals we have Nigerian criminals in Ghana. We have Ghanaian criminals in Nigeria. We have Ghanaian criminals and lunatics in the US. We have Nigerian criminals and lunatics in the US. So nobody is a saint. We have bad people everywhere. We have good people everywhere. But if you want to be sentimental about it, then I would dare you, the Ghanaian people, to go and touch that man. Because you have a leader. You have a leader in Ghana. You have a president in Ghana, and they are cool with these people, with that man. The chiefs in Ghana even recognize him as the chief of Ndibo, the Eze Ndibo. And then how dare you, the hungry, poor masses, shouting on social media. But if you think you have the power to go and touch him, then you will be surprised that the Ghanaian leadership will unleash their security personnel to deal with you. It's better you pack your poor souls to work on bettering your life.
The issue is about Biafra. They said he's going to become king and establish Biafra. Didn't you hear?
Exactly. That is the manifestation of the Abedorians. Those people supporting Tinubu, they are the one cooking up all these things, trying to abuse the minds of their gang siblings in Ghana to attack Indigo. What we know, we are watching them. As you know, Igbo population is more than 80 million population. Ghana is just about 34 million, right? Now, but I'm not trying to say anything. But what I'm trying to say is that in Ghana, they have leadership, they have constitution. That man has not go against their constitution. He hasn't gone against the laws of the land. The leadership are cool with him. The chiefs in Ghana are cool with him. Just the poor, confused masses that should be working on, making their lives better on social media, shouting up and down. Go and try and see. Then the Ghanaian police will deal with you.
Let's hear from Masca. Thank you so much, Ken. I like the way you broke it down, so everybody has an understanding. But I want to say this before
Masca. It's my turn. KJ, it's my turn.
No, now it's Masca's turn.
No, how?
Could you go ahead now?
You've been removing me and bringing me back.
Just be patient with me. You have been patient, so be patient with me, please. Now, Igbos don't have king. I just want to say that before. We don't have king. There's nothing like king in Igbo land. You see, if I can take a title now and here and I say, I'm King KJ of Igbo land. If I go to Igbo land, even the smallest child can insult me. We don't have such a thing. We only have the king we recognize is God. So every community have their own. You can have an Eze or a leader, which is the same thing. But we don't have king. Well, everybody comes and say Rankadede. Nothing like that. Nobody gives you any rank or anything in Igbo land. That is why it is a bit difficult to make decisions when you're dealing with a community in Igbo land, because you must take decisions from 8th grade to 8th grade to 8th grade to 8th grade till it gets to the Ohanese. Ohanese simply means
it's just conjecture.
Yes,
I've told you.
Everybody.
It's pure conjecture.
So
They want to
nobody
become
can go
king.
there and say, who is
They
he going to,
become
who is the
Biafra.
slave that is going to come and command to go follow him to Ghana? Who is he going to command to follow him to Ghana? Even the house he wants to build.
KJ, let me make my statement and leave because
anyway,
I have to go to dinner.
No.
I have to
Like,
go to dinner.
this son of see, KJ, don't allow, if you allow Pastor, there will be another crisis now.
No, I won't allow you.
It's my turn. It's my turn. You're not allowing me. It's my turn.
You son of a bitch. It's not your turn.
If you're not gonna let me go at my turn, then I'm gonna exit and then call Rudolph to do something about it. Right?
Can I say
who is Rudolph?
It's my turn. You've been moving me and bringing me back
it's
in.
It's not your turn.
And allow this
ahead,
Muslim
Master.
Hausa boy to come here to tell you what to do.
Yes.
Go ahead, Master. Master, it's your turn.
It's my turn. It's my turn. Seriously. Right?
It's not your turn. You son of a bitch. It's not your turn.
All right, go ahead, Master.
Actually, I just come to do.
Master, don't lower your tone to that level.
I have a question, please.
Master, don't lower your tone.
Hello?
I have a question.
No,
okay.
hold on.
I have a question.
Go ahead now, Master. Now you're keeping quiet. Go ahead now.
No, I thought CM wanted to ask a question.
No, leave the question. Just go ahead first.
I'm not here to come to respond. You are not the moderator, DMX. So if KJ says I should go ahead, I'll go ahead.
Yes, please go ahead, Master.
Everybody wants
DMX.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, like I said, KJ, I actually came to do Unto to Passat, but now that I'm here, and I think the issue is looking a bit serious to me, so I would probably add my own perspective to it. I think it's even bigger than just the way people are seen as an Igbo thing. I've worked in an African country where it was very clear as a Nigerian, generally across Africa. The other Africans are not very, the world is not comfortable and the world is not afraid. They admire us. It's a love-hate relationship. They like the way we are, but it's an intimidated personality across the whole country as a Nigerian. I know we spoke about this yesterday. When you look at the leaders that went to see Trump, my position was that if you take an average Nigerian president, he's not going to behave like that. A white man in Nigeria normally behaves himself because we don't have this mentality of succumbing to the white people. A lot of the African countries, they look at us, they admire us. I've had a couple of South African personalities even mention this, that they like the way Nigerians are very confident, the way we are. If you listen to Omori, you think that there's a problem, but that's how a Nigerian talk. We will raise our voice. We will do as if we are fighting. I'm sure an average white man, when he listens to us, will think that there is fire on the mountain. Meanwhile, it's just normal discussion. So all these personalities is very intimidating to the general African. But the good news is that, from my experience in my lifetime, I have seen Nigeria truly as a big brother. We have taken Ghanaians into this country. Yes, we send them back at some point. But if you go about the streets of Nigeria, even when you are a foreigner, you will see that in Nigeria, honestly, as long as you are a black man, we know you are even speaking French, but you will not see any intimidation. So what I will advise is that, you see, when you're big, you're big. When God has blessed you, remain blessed. It is not for you to come down to the lower level of the other person who is, how do I call it, who is begrudging you. Okay, I would call on all of us. Yes, the truth is that every average African will be intimidated by the Nigerian. I've seen videos where they say people are taking their women, Nigerians are taking their women. I don't want to go tribalistic, but it's happening all across. As people say, generally, whether you like it or not, an Igbo man is very hardworking.
So should we stop taking their women?
Hello?
Should we stop taking their women?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's a blessing from God. I mean, a woman will not come to you if you are not worthy. That's the good thing with women. You know, they are the most discerning genes among us. But the point I'm making, that it's not just an Igbo issue. It's an African issue. If you are a Nigerian, due to our personality, we have an intimidating personality. Okay, and Africans are not very comfortable with that, but they admire it also. So let's remember, and the most important thing for me is that, yes, we are intimidating, but we are big brothers. If any African comes into Nigeria, he will not be harassed. I've not heard of any case where we intimidated people. When I was in the university, there were 3 students from Cameroon in my own department. We all took them like brothers, and they were fully funded by the Nigerian government. So this is where we as Nigerians should remain. Yes, when you're big, people would begrudge you, people would throw stones, throw mud at you, throw rotten tomato at you. But it's not for you to descend back and start quarreling or insulting them. The second point, my perspective, is that I think sometimes we also elevate issues where they are not at a very high place. What am I saying? I'm saying that in this era of social media, one guy somewhere that doesn't know his left and right can go onto social media, say something, and unfortunately, because most of us in Africa are uneducated, we carry sentiments and make it a big deal. Okay, and then unfortunately now it will become an issue of Nigeria and Ghana. Meanwhile, these people, the whole number of people that have spoken on this issue will probably be not up to 1% of the people in Ghana. But then if we are not careful, we would now use our own hand to transform the issue to become Nigeria-Ghana issue. And I don't think it's actually at that level. But anyway, like I said, what is important for me is just to do a pass-out. Oh, man, you that you're bragging that it's your own platform, they are kicking you out for bad behavior, bad old man. All right. Thank you, KJ, for the time.
Masker, you're going to make them to seize my salary for this month. Why are you
No,
doing
KJ. No, so okay, let me make this point. I didn't want to make it, but let me put it this way, KJ. Honestly, when I started joining Dr. Damages, you are my first adversary. I used to have a problem with my mic. A lot of people will know. I'm sure forefathers will remember. When I start talking, 5 minutes, it will go. I used to joke that it's KJ that is taking my mic because KJ doesn't like what I say. But today, I really respect you as a person. I know how Pansat is. For you to have taken him out, I remove my heart for you. And I have nothing against Pansat, honestly, or any other person. We are Nigerian. We speak our minds. We say things. But well done, KJ.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm just afraid that Rudolph's not going to pay me at the end of the month. Maybe Jagun can help me out when he answers the question. He will make sure that I get something. If Pastor goes good, report me now and they collect my salary. I don't know what I am going to eat. Anyway, Jagun, you're coming in, and I like, somebody made a very nice comment about Masker, that he has spoken really as a Nigerian without bias. And what he has said, I've also observed. Is it because we are that, I don't know, very, even here in the US, they'll tell you Nigerians are different from other people, other African countries. What is that thing that we should do to help other people understand that we're not, in their community to take over, but to be friends? And just like Masker said, we are brothers, we are sisters, whether you are speaking our language or not, which is, again, I don't know how you're going to answer it, because even we in Nigeria have not been able to realize that. So I don't know how you're going to provide a solution to that.
Well, you see, my brother, KJ, and everybody on the panel, I greet you all. I've been listening for a good while today. I don't always have energy to come on because I know fit fight again. And I might have to change the name Jagun to something else because I know fit fight again. However, I still have I have issues with what people say and how people deal with subject matters. CM, who I greatly respect, I respect his mind, what he says, and how he says it. I really like CM. Even our brother, Ekene, I know he's strong. He has a strong mind and he has a point of view that he doesn't care whether or not you agree or disagree. But when we're speaking about the subject now, what I heard from the two of them is whataboutism and pointing the finger outside. We're speaking about Ghana, a sovereign nation that has a Igbo king in its midst. And instead of actually talking about, is there an issue there? They spoke about the Ga, who are related to the Yoruba, and they have an issue. I said, why are you speaking like that? Then CM said, it's because of some level of conspiracy about Biafra. That's what's going on. You haven't dealt with the subject that there is an Igbo king in another man's land. That is what we're speaking about here. But no, you don't want to take that on board. No. We don't want any blame. We are clean as anything. There's no blame on us. It's those people outside there. I think that's cheap. I think it's cheap. Yesterday, I spoke about Yorubas in a way that I felt that the way the Yoruba culture is, it needs updating. That's what I said. We need to perfect the culture for the time that we are in. Why is it so difficult for an Igbo man? I'm going to say it as I'm saying it. Why is it so difficult for an Igbo man to deal with the subject matter instead of blaming everybody and behaving like a victim all of the time? It sickens me. It sickens me because I know that you are men. I know that you are people that can stand up, but you don't. You pointing the finger all over the world. Take responsibility. There should not be somebody calling themselves a king in another. If you are doing it in Nigeria, it's one thing, because Nigeria is a madhouse. We already accepted that. Why are you going to Ghana to commit madhousery? Why are you going to complicate matters in another man's land? Why? It's pathetic. Why can't we grow up? Aren't any of you, do you have balls? I wonder. Sometimes I wonder. I'm listening and I'm trying to hear knowledge and wisdom. And all I'm hearing is childish blaming. Childishness. For me, I mean, I don't know when Nigeria is tiring, and the subject of Nigerianism is even more tiring. The level of protectionism that we have over the nothingness between us is incredible. For all the wealth that Igbo people have, the suffering that they're telling us that they're going through is more than the wealth that they have. And I'm thinking, if you have this wealth and you're going through suffering, there must be a communication problem amongst you guys. There must be. There must be a communication problem amongst you, not anyone else, not anybody else. Now, I saw this story some time ago, and I looked over it. I looked at it and I just brushed it off in terms of, what's this rubbish? I just left it. But over the last maybe 8 months that I've been seeing it, it's been kind of growing in my feed. You know, I see it. I don't really open it. I see it and I just scroll on. But now it's come to a head. And I'm thinking, did you not expect this to come to a head? Did you not expect it to come to a head? You just allowed it until it came to a head. Igbo people were the people that were supposed to go and call this brother out and say to him, oh boy, don't say you're a king in another man's land. It's a bit much. I have known the Igbo meetings that they have since I was about 7 years old in this country, whereby Igbos will come together and they'll discuss things like a community, like a panel, like people who are planning. And I used to say to my parents, why are Igbo people that do this thing? Why we know they do it? They seem to be strategic in what they're trying to achieve. You know, we're looking for strategies. We're looking for strategic thinkers. So I used to marvel at this thing. Now they've turned it into something else. Is my looking upon it. I don't like when KJ, if you, and I don't mean for anyone to change necessarily, apart from to look inwards. Anytime there's a question, KJ would come and protect the Igbo-centric view of that question, which is fair enough in some ways, but I wonder why you do it every single time, whether it's necessary or not. Because to me, a lot of the times, it is not necessary. It's not necessary. Because we know who each other is. As a Yoruba man, I can't pretend to an Igbo man. I can't. Because they don't know who I am already. It's the same as we know who you are. We know who you are. There's no point in... Are we going to pretend forever? Is that what we're going to do? Nobody has picked up anything. Well, as I said, what CM was saying, for me, it's just trash. It's to be thrown in the dustbin. Because he took no responsibility for what the Igbo king is doing. Ekene said, if you touch that man, the first thing he said before speaking about the president, which is fair, what he said about the president, that he has a job to defend and protect every person in his country. But before he said that, he said, if you touch that guy, this is what would happen in terms of some kind of retribution from the Igbo. And I'm thinking, bro, is this how we're going to be? Are we just going to be at war?
No, you're misinterpreting what I said.
Okay, but let me finish. I take that back.
1 more minute, sir.
Thank you. I'll take that back, Kene, if I've misunderstood what you said. However, I'm asking, are we always to be at war with each other in one way or the other? How do we discuss real peace amongst us? How do we do that? Because we know that we are variant. We are all completely quite different. We have different cultures, different ways of being. How far down do we want to look down on our brother? How do we want to oppress in a country, in a nation that is full of oppressors? We now want to join the oppressor and think that we are different. You are becoming an oppressor. You are being oppressed, and you're telling me that it's this oppressor. It's too much rubbish, and it's a lack of responsibility, a lack of manhood. To be frank, it's a lack of manhood. You speak as children, and I'm pissed off with it. To be frank, I don't want to shout or create any effect, but I really want us to look at ourselves in a mirror, not look at ourselves through somebody else's vision. Just go and look in the mirror and know that you are the problem. You are a big part of the problem. If we are not wanting to be men, then we know that we are all in the West, and in the West they are so complicated mentally that men are becoming women. Is that what's going to happen to you? Are you looking forward to that stage of Nigeria's development? I'll leave it there, my friend.
Thank you so much.
KJ, let me have my right. KJ, let me have my right of reply, please.
Yeah, yes, you will. I'm still alive,
so that the day I'm no more, anybody can say any rubbish against me, and I won't be alive to challenge it. Please, just let me have my right of reply. Please.
CM, hold on. Let's calm down the temperature. Okay. Now, I want to also say this. I'm moderating. And so I direct the questions the way I want to steer it. And sometimes I may have more information than the person who is speaking. And so if I'm trying to frame the question, doesn't necessarily mean that I'm pandering to the Igbo idea. Yes, I'm Igbo. I'm not going to say I'm not Igbo. I have no apology for that. And most of the time, we have been misunderstood all this while. Now that Igbos have said to speak out, nobody's going to stop us. Whether you like the idea or not, we'll tell the story the way it's supposed to be told. Okay?
No.
Now, I won't say that. I'm coming.
That's not response to me. That's not response to me.
Listen. There is no king in Igbo land. There's nowhere in Igbo land you go and somebody say, I am king. That's
correct. I know this.
So even if he decides to go and take a title for himself and gives his company king whatever, it doesn't mean that he has some people who are his followers who are going to follow him. This is the point I'm trying to make here. That this guy who brought up this thing to the social media didn't have an understanding of simply how the custom and the tradition of the Igbos operate. Consequently, it has stirred up an international issue right now, because I have a video here where people are demonstrating in Ghana against the king of Igbos. There's no king, nobody like king of Igbos.
Yes, but once you're saying that, you see what you're saying is accurate. Wait, CM, please wait.
Wait, man. It's not between two. It cannot be between two of you. No.
CM, it's still my turn. CM, it's still my turn.
Listen. It's not your time, because
it's still my turn. KJ said something. Let me deal with it.
No. You have.
You see, KJ, my brother, there's nothing you said that I argue against. You are correct. You are correct. And
please, KJ, let me have my time.
KJ, tell me more.
Hold on, CM. You have a time. Hold on.
Turn him off. What I'm saying, KJ. There's only one thing wrong here. There's only one thing wrong here, and that one thing wrong is the fact that you know that there is no king. The Igbos are largely Republican. Largely, they're Republican people.
We don't need this lecture. Let me have my time.
When you guys start
KJ, don't let this happen, please. All I'm saying, KJ, is that there is one thing wrong here. The one thing that is wrong. There's nothing else. The one thing that is wrong is a king in another man's land, and using that word king has made everything go wrong. Simple. There's no other confusion. I'm not confused.
King is called King.
Can I please don't?
We have said king as
I heard what you said, brother. I heard what you said. You have to repeat yourself.
Let me have my time. Let me have my time, please. Let me have my time.
I send you message. Read the message I send you. I send you message. Read the message I send you.
What I said.
I sent you a message.
Asked a question.
KJ
asked a question.
Hold on now, DMX.
KJ asked a question, and you built up a background. You wanted to show a clip, but they say it's about 30 minutes. So you summarized it. And I said I will speak based on your summary. In your summary, you said in the clip, the person analyzing it was saying that the guy who bought the land, about 50 acres, a businessman or so, want to call himself a king, and then later he used it as a Biafran to establish his Biafra there. The word Biafra, KJ mentioned it. So I built up from that. Jagu, I wouldn't say with disrespect. I wouldn't say respect because you don't deserve it. With disrespect.
Thank you.
With disrespect, you displayed a below the carpet intelligence. No, hold on. This is my turn.
Oh, you see, I didn't insult you. I didn't insult you.
Listen. I don't listen. It doesn't look now. You know, you should know by now.
Hold on.
You should have engaged the psychologist. No. Let me when somebody
I'm going to remove
you. I'm telling you the pretext.
I'm going to remove you.
Please. Let me. If
you insult him once, though. I didn't insult him once.
He told me shut up. You told me shut up here, didn't you? You told me shut up.
You're talking over me. I don't need you talking over me.
Am I lying? Am I talking to KJ? You told me shut up.
Okay,
look, my friend.
Now, hold on, guys. If you guys don't want, I will shut down the program right away. Please. We are all mature.
This is what I mean.
Please.
See,
please, you can speak without insulting or using any language, derogatory language. Let us be civil. We're not going to change Nigeria. We have been talking since before Buhari died. Now Buhari
he's used up more than 2 minutes already. When is he going to go?
When you tell me shut up is not a respect. Therefore, I shouldn't dignify the inanity, the nonsense. That is today. I can now confirm it. See, listen. What we are saying here is somebody who made an analysis on a video and was trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. I said, let the Ghanaian government. I submitted. Said, let the Ghanaian government wade in. Let them call the man and ask him. It's as simple as that because that is law abiding. Nobody's above the law in Ghana. Then you jumped up, said I'm making it Biafra. Didn't you hear the person mention Biafra in the video?
You didn't listen to me.
Did you listen? Did you listen? And you jumped up. Listen. You don't need to talk to me. See, listen. I've known the way you count. When they listen.
What level is this?
See, Jack.
Okay, now we have run out of time.
That whether in spirit or physical,
Father, I don't know if
you are below me. It's as simple as that. So let me continue.
I was also have my own say.
Listen.
CM.
I just want to have my own say.
Somebody like me.
I'm ashamed of you, CM.
You can never.
All right. CM, I'm going to remove you.
I'm ashamed of you, CM.
You can't remove me now.
You see, you guys are too mature for this now. Come on, guys. Forefather is standing for another program. We have run out of our own.
I'm supposed to speak. I don't know where I said I was planning for another program. When did I say that word? Why are we dragging me to?
I want to move it to your head now.
I was supposed to have my own say now.
No, they say you be chief watch next.
I'm a panelist. I'm not allowed to speak.
Please.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
no,
allow
please,
for other speak. I'll bring you guys back in.
No, Chris, never talk now. Chris never talk.
Okay, Chris, go ahead and talk. Calm down, please, guys. Calm down.
I came here before Chris. How many people will jump ahead of me?
You take more time, so let Chris speak. Calm down, everybody, please. Calm down.
You can speak.
Okay.
Let Paul Father speak.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. And thank you, KJ, for hosting, and all the panelists. Greetings to the chat. I greet all of you and the viewers. I must say, sometimes, Django can come across as somebody that is a little bit erratic, the way he talks. But this is one of the reasons why I value his opinion, because sometimes he can be very, very incisive. What he said here was actually true. And the fact that people are pretending as if they can't see it, for the life of me, whether it's a psychological flaw some people have, they can't make peace with the truth. I don't know. You can't, any group of people, it doesn't matter whether it's Seriki, have whatever title they are, you go to another territory, you start creating a form of kingship or chiefdom in other areas, and you start having population in that area. Whether the people react or not, sooner or later it might prove to be a problematic situation. We've seen this happen in so many parts of the world. We've seen this happen even as ancient as the ancient Egypt, like the Hyksos that first took over Egypt. They didn't come overnight. They were dead, taking land, taking space, and gaining power, and they took over the place. The same thing has happened in Rwanda and Congo. That's one of the issues with the Tutsis in that area, because they moved into Congo. Most of them moved a few hundred years ago. Some of them moved during the genocide, and they occupied the space there. And before you know it, they are claiming a whole land there. In the case of Nigeria, I know of the case of Nigeria where I actually will have the conversation with somebody here. When they say some of the Equatorial people that moved into the riverine area, they moved into their area around 500 or so years ago. They settled and they kept increasing population. And before you know it, it's their area now. These things matter. Let's not pretend as if it doesn't matter. And when you see people, like even I just checked, because Kenny mentioned something about Seriki in Benin. I checked it, and it turns out that the Oba was against it.
No. He was against the turbaning, the ceremony, the turbaning. But the Seriki has been in existence. Yeah, it's just the turbaning.
Yeah, because
just the way they do turban in Kano and Sokoto. But we have a Seriki Hausawa, which is king of Hausa people in Benin. His name is Alhaji Isa Adamu. Google it.
Let me finish my point. Either way, none of them are good idea. If I was the one in charge of any territory, any group of people come in there and put their position. You can have a chairman, you can have everything. If you have any chieftaincy title there, that is an outpost. Make no mistake, that's how the Igbo people took our land. Not make that mistake. When the British people came here, they always say, oh yeah, I'm just coming trade. From trade, they are taking land, they are taking, before you know it, the whole country is gone. Especially if they are more powerful than you. So generally, it's a bad idea for people to go to other people's territory. Those people should not accept it. And except, of course, you are too smart. And some people are a little bit too smart. They pretend as if they don't know what they are doing. And they want to take over other people's territory. They occupy it. Yeah, if I'm on the side, I want to take over other people's land and I support it. Yeah, I'll pretend as if I don't know what you're saying.
Of course.
I'll pretend as if you don't know what you're saying. And we'll keep taking your land. I say, we just, what are we doing? We just create a title here. Before you know it, we'll take over the whole place. That's how it works.
It happened in Europe.
And I see that sometimes in people's faces here, they pretend as if they don't know what is going on. They know what is going on.
They know they're pretending.
When Fulani is coming to the south, you see how people are complaining. Oh, they are trying to take the land of people. Because we know what these things represent.
Why is another going to someone else's community to impose his own leadership there? No, they are not from there. They are Igbo. And they have the right to have their own king. Oba has no right to go there. Oba is the king of Benin people.
Hold
Listen.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Oba is not from Ibenka, it's from Benin.
Why not allow me to talk? Why is it not this? Why not allow me to talk? Why is the problem?
Now? You have your time to talk now. Relax now.
You talk for that finish.
Yeah, so the issue is not only particular to Igbo people. According to Kenina, Hausa people are at it too. Fulanis are probably at it. Everybody is trying to take other people's territory. I remember having a conversation with East Africans. Every single one of them have a greater kingdom in their mind. They want to take, like Somalis want to take over some land in Kenya that they believe that belongs to the Somalis. Kenyans want to take over. Everybody have a supremacist instinct in their head, and in the end, what we came to an agreement was that we need to stop looking. We need to start looking beyond these things because we have bigger threats out there. We are busy fighting over land that we barely even control, and we want to oppress each other. We are in the same country. We want to oppress each other. We are in the same West Africa. We want to oppress each other. We have to stop it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And hold on, guys. Hold on. Please calm down. I want to calm down the temperature. I want to calm down the temperature. Please, those people who are following us online, who are on the keyboard, please like the channel. It's only by liking it that people get to view us more, and we will even be able to happy for with you. Please like our channel. It's free of charge. Subscribe to it. It's free. Bing, bing, bing. It's finished. You don't even need to do anything. Just like it so that whenever we come, then you can always be notified, and then notify other people. Hold on now.
Keep quiet now. Keep quiet, my friend.
Am I talking to you? What's your business?
Hold on. So please, guys, we have over almost 200 people on this very broadcast. If we have 200 subscriptions today, it will not be bad. If we have 200 likes, it will be great. Please like the channel and subscribe if you have not done that before. God bless you as you do that. Having said that, I'm coming back to CM. But CM, please, calm down the temperature. Calm down. You have 2 minutes.
No. Chris has spoken. Let Chris speak. Chris.
No.
Excuse me.
Please now.
Excuse me. So support whatever nonsense. You are not the moderator. So I will take. I dare not take any shit from you. Do you understand? I dare not take any shit from you. You just respect your age.
Calm down now. This is why I was saying
number one.
So you can calm down.
He had better shut his trap up. Now, number one. Any attempt you see? KJ, what do you say to that?
Please, DMS, I beg, leave him alone. Let him talk. It's not your time. Leave him. I beg you, Sam. Unless you guys want me to shut the program. We're already overshot by 10
let him
minutes.
finish his own turn now.
No,
let people talk.
See now. Any attempt to draw a parallel between what the terrorist, murderous Fulani people are doing with a genuine Igbo man who may leave Anambra to go to Plateau and establish business and been living there for ages without problem, than a Fulani that will come and sack a village, change the name. This is what is happening in Benue, and they say everybody is acquiring land. That is very, very disingenuous, and that is evil. It can never go unchallenged. Ndi Igbo, wherever they go, they buy land. They pay the highest even of anybody. So you can't tell me that you come to UK and you were able to buy land and build a house, and before you know it, you plan 500 that you are going to take over UK. That's a lie. Fulani are the people because those that are Fulani people, when they come here, they pretend as if we don't know. We know who are Fulanis among us. So that's why they can always defend their people. What Fulani is doing, how can a sensible person, if not madness, that we compare what the Fulani are doing to acquire land, to get land everywhere in Nigeria by force? Look at what is happening in Benue. How many people in Benue have been sacked by Ndi Igbo?
Have you ever heard that people in Plateau was sacked by Igbo and the village changed, the name changed? So why are you drawing a parallel between the atrocities of the Fulani and the Igbo? Why? It's only a very compound fool, a demented idiot that will say something like that. It's only somebody who, to the best of my knowledge, that is not worthy to live that will be saying it. Where on earth has it been done? Has any people in Nigeria accused him? Late now. Let me know. You see, you don't allow me to talk. I'm not insulting anybody. Did I call anybody name? Who have I insulted now? Let me ask you, who did I insult?
Just
mention the name of the person I've insulted. KJ, listen. If you don't want me on this platform, I quietly chicken out.
Why would I not want you?
I can respect myself and get out. If you don't want me, I get out. Then why are you accusing me of insulting people? Who have I insulted? People are here drawing parallel with what Ndibo is doing and then what the Fulanis are doing, and they're comparing them. And you tell me to keep quiet. I never keep quiet because it's a lie. This was how they built this. This was I'm saying I'm coming down. This is the way I speak. This was how they built a narrative since 1966, January 15, 1966, that led to more than 5 million people being killed based on just falsehood, absolute falsehood. Now Babangida has to write a book to come and debunk it. Now Babangida debunking January 16, 1966 coup. What are the people that died as a result of it? Now somebody is saying that Fulani has come all over Nigeria, acquiring land, taking people. Ndibo are doing the same, and you kept quiet. I won't keep quiet. Ndibo are not Fulani. Fulani are pure terrorists. That's why they sack people in Benue, take over their land. Ndibo has never sacked anybody in Nigeria to take over their land. They only pay for money and buy, and they bring development. If you must know, Ndibo brought a lot of development anywhere they go. If you don't know, so if you're afraid to say it, I won't be afraid. Why should somebody who is a Fulani come here and then be equating me to him? We are not the same. You're a Fulani, I'm not.
You don't have to repeat yourself.
Covered your
You said it about 5
You're
times.
a Fulani, we are not.
All right.
Thank you so much. So you just come here. You don't just come here and then feel that all that glitters should be gold. No, all that glitters are not gold. A butterfly is not a bird.
Transfer of populations to different areas. The Fulani aspect
is acquiring land. Nobody's transferring population. It's as if nobody's transferring any population. Transfer population means you approve somebody from somewhere.
Something that I will get away with it today is butterfly is not king, is not bird.
It happens everywhere. It's not only
butterfly is not a bird.
A butterfly can never be a bird. A Fulani can never be Boman. You can never draw parallel with a Fulani. I can never be a Fulani man, and they can't be me because I have no conquest from history. Have you heard that Indigo conquered anywhere to take it over? Have you heard it? Yes, Indigo build businesses all over Nigeria. They have to buy land. Fulani don't buy land. All they want is to go and cheat you, and somebody is drawing parallel. That person must be a compound fool. I don't care. So what is it?
Here's where I'm going. Okay.
What nonsense?
This is where I'm going. You see, if we all shout over each other, we will not even make any useful discussion. And we have been accused as black people of not being able to have a conversation, a serious conversation without fighting over each other. Let's try and calm things down. No matter how serious it is, take away any way that it will become generate to we now beginning to insult one another or saying things that are not necessary. Because at the end of the next 10 minutes, this program will be over. We'll all go our various ways and face our life. So what's the big deal?
You see, I've learned to challenge lies. If you don't know why Ndibo lost over 5 million in genocide, it's because of things like this. They will draw a parallel. 1966, they drew a parallel. It was forefather here that said, after the 15 January 66 coup, Ndibo released the music in February with which to mock other people. And I asked him, what is the title of this music? Who played it? Till today, didn't know. Until I have to tell him it's from the man from Calabari. That's what he was saying. He didn't even know what was discussed in Aburi. So when you don't challenge this type of thing, and somebody is saying here that the way the Fulanis are killing people, taking their land over, changing the name in Southern Kaduna, in Benue and Plateau.
Were they using that song to mock Northerners?
Okay, no, I don't want to go down there.
Nobody mocked anybody. Nobody mocked anybody.
He distracts from it.
Nobody.
Like
The song. Nobody mocked anybody.
I don't know why you are
Fulani can never be Igbo man.
That was
I
what
can't
you
be
made
you.
up. Nobody was using that song to mock anybody.
The song was not actually they were using it. They were Igbo body.
The artist wasn't an Igbo person.
Testify to it.
No, the artist wasn't an Igbo person.
know that well.
You made it up.
So Aguiyi Rose
You
went
made
and
it up,
passed a law
Professor.
because of nothing.
You made it up.
Went and passed a law for nothing.
A lot of
A
things he
military
said.
leader.
Pass that to your children.
I don't know why you just lie to
What is the
yourself.
song?
You
Let
don't
me
want to tell
know.
the truth.
He doesn't know. He was telling
pick up
lies.
lies.
He's Fulani, but he won't let you know. He's Fulani, but he won't let you know. What? Well, I don't lie for what? This is historical fact.
Tell the truth.
It's a historical fact. What is it? It's a historical fact. That is the thing. I tell you the history. Why not tell people you are Fulani? That's why you defend your people. Simple as that. You are Fulani, man. You don't.
What kind of talk is this? Ridiculous.
Seems to be full of hate for
Not even hate. It's just ignorant.
Not full of hate. It is because. When you sack a village, go and tell your people this is what they are doing. Even the one with the below the carpet intelligence will come here and be talking nonsense. They can't even listen.
Forefathers, you are the one hating. You are the one full of hate.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, as it is now, I am sorry I cannot continue the program. I'll be handing over to Forefather if he wishes to start another. But I want to say this right up. When we come here, it is a social media. So whatever we say will remain with this record. Your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, or even other people who you may not know, who are friends of yours, who can stumble onto what you have said. And it will either reduce your personality or reduce the respect they have for you. So my advice is this: much as these issues are very hot and blood boiling, we should always be mindful of how we present it and how we come across to other people. See, Nigeria, let us not die in the war. It's been fought, it's been lost. We cannot change the situation that we find ourselves. None of you on this panel started building ethnic hatred. None. You didn't start it. You're not going to end it. The system started it. The system have built on it. So when we come together to judge, it's not because we want to come and make enemy. I don't want to be your enemy. And nobody in this panel wants to be anybody's enemy. Instead of me to be your enemy, I better stop coming to this place. I'm a very peaceful person. I don't want all this, this what goes on here. At least not for today. I can't stand it. Okay, I have children in the house, and they be trying to look at people who are shouting. We are all grown men, man. And listen, irrespective of how we see it, Nigeria is already polarized along tribal and religious line. We cannot pretend about it. We cannot say it doesn't exist. But let's manage ourselves. Since we are still in the same contraption called Nigeria, we just have to find a way to manage each other. Okay? If tomorrow something goes wrong with the Igbos in Ghana and they start, whatever destruction to the Igbos there, it is going to be not Ghana against Igbos. It's going to be Ghana against Nigeria. And so when we bring up these things, we're not bringing it because we want to praise the Igbos. And like before we end this program, I want to make it again abundantly clear for a tradition that I know very well. Igbos do not have king. If anybody tells you there is an Igbo king, tell him that certain people in the damages who are Igbos from the southeast, original Igbo, Nwafo, told you that there's nothing like Igbo king. You can take that title. We don't even have stools gathered and given. No. Okay? Everybody is a king in his house. That is how the Igbos live. You are king in your family, and your wife is a queen, your children are princes and princesses. That's how we live. We gather to make decisions. We are Republicans, and we are being Republicans even before the Republican Party came to existence. And we just to end on this note, whilst we are being chased around like around like ostrich or pestrich around Africa, our brothers here are giving us, Igbos have lived with them for 50 years in America, to the point they declared Igbo Day. They declared Igbo Day, and they celebrate Igbos. And the man said something very interesting. Igbos have contributed to the economy for 50 years. There's no part of that state in America that will claim ownership over. Talk more or talk less of Ghana. And I don't think that intention is correct. So those people who are making these blogs, I hope that they are ready for what is going to come. Because you see, the same way the Southern Africans one day woke up and said we're ordering Uber in Nigeria and we'll give them a piece of it, we also can respond. So having said that, I want to thank everybody who has been on this panel for today. You guys have made our day. I'm sure that the panelists and everybody who was online with us today enjoyed thoroughly what you have discussed, and the ideas you have also canvassed. I want to also thank my brother Pansa, my Oga at the top. Please don't take away my salary. If not, I don't know what I want to eat today. And this, if you take away my salary. I want to thank CM. CM, I love your contribution and the energy. I want to thank Kene. Kene has been, one of my main guys on this panel. I thank you so much for coming. DMX, Forefather, Jagun, Chris, and there's somebody I can't see his name here. Okay, it's Comrade. Comrade, I thank you guys. You were wonderful today. You stayed with us throughout on this day. And my brother, Ike, thank you guys so much. Tony, also, I thank you. You see, the thing is this. Today is supposed not to be a very happy day for all of us. So I thought we'd discuss it, with a cool blood. Today we are told that Buhari has gone to join his Heavenly Father. And it's not something I think that we all, should take very lightly. That means that life itself has a point where it terminates. For those of us who are Christians, we believe that Christ will come and there'll be rapture. But that rapture will only come if we keep on doing the good work. So this week, as we go in, I ask that you continuously to do the good work of the Lord. Remember, righteousness is what you need. It's a currency of living on earth. It's not in heaven. Don't wait to get to heaven before you practice your righteousness. It is here. And so life have terminated. We send our condolences to Mrs. Buhari and all the members of the family. We say that may God give them the strength to bear the loss, and also to, I don't know how they say the Muslim prayer, but I would have said it for him. I will also say to you all, until we meet again, I don't know, please stay tuned on, watch out. If Forefather decides to take up the rest of the challenge that I'm running away from, he will be able to bring us all back again. But if not, I need to go and look for a bar and okra soup this evening to, at least before it gets too late. And I always like to hear this advice that our Senate President will give us before we go. So I leave you with this prayer that he is about to pray for us.
In order to enable all of us to enjoy our holidays, a token has been sent to our various accounts by the clerk of the National Assembly. I will not. I withdraw that statement. In order to allow you to enjoy your holiday, the Senate President has sent prayers to your mailboxes. To assist you to go on a safe journey and return. This Senate.
Chukuna malugo yo biadi ocha Agaranya chogo kowe bili Agaranya chogo kowe rienio Owe chuku bezie chuku Nuche chukwa busigi fege meo Nuche chukwa busia ifege meo Nifo solo ne asi alibazie Oboye bebe agaranya muliba Oboye wuru agaranya mebibe solea Mano agaranya mwa Oboye afyozie nipakwa Agaranya chogo kowe bili Agaranya chogo kowe rienio Oboye chikubezio lisa Kodili ma kodili bemo Kodili wakema kodili wanima Naino kwane we peluge peluo Kodili ma kodili bemo Kodili nkemo kodili heyo Ibedwe me wanem Nikadiezi bohimo